there was a lot of bad things that happened in 2024. I think, well, I'm trying to think of who had a good 2024 right off the bat. And I can't think of anybody right. I mean, I guess UT did. They're in the bowl game.
They're going to lose.
Yeah. It was a good run.
Solid run.
But at least their 2024 was good. 2025, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't expect them to do this good.
I didn't expect Notre Dame to do this
Me
good.
either. Well, they always kind of float, but they really...
They're usually too small to compete.
Notre Dame Irish, sorry, not the actual Irish. Not the actual Irish.
You can hate the actual Irish if you want, I guess.
I don't think it's
friendly.
Yeah, they're actually pretty good. Yeah,
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they
but
really
I mean,
are.
they're like the one of the few people that get to keep their mascot.
Europeans that are okay. Russia sucks.
Russia does really suck.
Yeah.
That's always a go-to. Really, any of the Stans, probably.
When's the last time you heard of Tajikistan doing anything?
Man. I just saw a story about Kazakhstan. I was like, oh, fuck, I forgot that was a real
Yeah, that's a region.
I thought Borat made that up.
No.
For the longest, I thought that was a fake country.
No, I went to
Why?
Kazakhstan. That's how I know
Why?
it's
Army.
Army.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say volunteer. Why, though? Vacation's cheap up there.
You know what's funny?
Homicides.
On the note of a bad year, found out according to Paca, and I did fact check it. I don't know what it is today, but the exchange rate was something like 50 to 1 in Argentina.
About the exchange rate with Kazakhstan, 50 to 1 in Argentina.
Yeah, because
That's not surprising, though.
For Argentina?
Yeah, they're not doing great.
Oh, fuck.
They're not.
yeah, look at that, man.
Oh my god! You know, I'm vacating.
Have you had?
They're also like not the spot to vacate in right now.
Oh,
they're
God.
they're like turmoil.
Oh,
kind of
no.
shit. Yeah, turmoil.
God damn it!
but they have mini penguins.
What's a beautiful country? Jesus.
Well, okay.
Well, didn't they do that thing where like they made all drugs legal for a little bit?
I don't know if they did
I don't know
that.
about
They hired a
Or like put it in a certain.
they hired their own Trump as a president,
Oh,
and
fuck. Well, every country's doing that shit for whatever
Right
reason.
now.
Brazil
Yeah.
tried it. It was like
Brazil tried it, failed.
had an
They
insurrection
have
and
a-
everything. It was
Yeah,
wild.
they have like a progressive president. I don't want to say liberal, but they have a progressive president right now.
Yeah.
Mexico didn't totally do it. I feel like they did it.
They did do it. They got the PRI back, and they had Enrique Peña, something.
Peña was. That's right.
He was their Trump.
Yeah, 'cause
which
Peña, I
ironically
think-
they didn't like each other.
Yeah. And now they have their Kamala Harris.
She's more like their Bernie Sanders. She's
Yeah,
legit Jewish.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's-
But yeah, I don't have that much spare money that I can afford a plane ticket right now. That's about it.
Some places got to be pretty cheap right now. Not Argentina.
Well, the flight is still coming out of the United States.
What's a place that's in sort of turmoil, but I can still vacation?
I mean, Mexico.
That's all you can go to.
Yeah, you can just go to Mexico. People forget that Mexico's bigger than the U.S.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, it's a
That shit goes down.
yeah. Yeah. Man.
I know for the longest time, white people were going to Greece.
I do not
Yeah,
want to go
Greece.
to Greece. They do not like black people in Greece.
That's very true.
That is very true.
I want to go Ireland. Ireland.
I do want to go to Ireland.
Speaking of the Irish.
They don't have turmoil there.
Yeah, but they're
pretty
also
chill.
like doing really.
And they like
chill.
people
They're
who
survi-
aren't Irish.
This is true.
of the
They
few
like
countries that
people
are like-
who are not other European.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, anyone
Yes.
outside of, if you're British, don't go. But
Yeah. Well, and then if you're if you're like me, where you have like somewhere in your ancestry, like just like the 1% Irish. So there's in the Whiskey community in Texas, there's this guy his name's Steven, but he goes by the Scotsman.
Yeah.
And it's because he's like full, like blown, like Scottish, Irish, like accent and everything. He goes to all the events in kilts. And so the second or third time meeting him, I had told him, I was like, you know, like, I'm 1% Irish. I pull that card like on white people just to like,
Yeah.
you know,
Shits
here's
and
a-
gigs.
yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Yeah, here's a little
Yeah.
jab back at you. And he was like, "Oh, that was it. Like your family." Like he was
No,
like,
no,
"Oh,
they
you
do
just
that.
need 1%." He was like,
they
"Yeah, just need
absolutely
1%."
do that. That's why I'm so curious
I'm like, all right,
to
cool.
see what it's like to go there with my last name being McGrew. Just want to see the reactions.
Has
of
a Bernie Mac moment, I think.
Yeah, right. But yeah, no, that's like if you say you're a quarter,
Yeah.
you are in there.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Scots love that too. So it's It's crazy. Very accepted place. Highly. I mean, I've been recommended it several times.
Yeah,
Like,
fuck, man, I need to go.
yeah.
Well, before we look back at memes and music, movies, whatever you may have on your list, as one of us has to make the list, how was 2024 personally for you?
Oh, fucking terrible.
Damn.
Atrocious year.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I know, it's okay. I was about to be like fucking dope, and you're like terrible. I was like, ow.
No. We're all different. Yeah, no, it was fucking awful for me. Like, it's just a shit year, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the first half was pretty bad.
Yes.
I got let go from a pretty good job. It does feel like, despite everything that talking heads say about the economy, it's not going very well, really.
What the fuck they were talking about? Not here.
Yeah. I was like, man. Well, and then it's always like, in context, right? It's always in context because, the economy for Austin might be like fucking phenomenal, but just because there's a lot of money going into things doesn't mean people are surviving. It's the bottom line,
But I don't know. There's a thing going around. I'm seeing a lot of articles about coffee badging. Like, you basically go to work, scan your badge, and then just sit at your desk with a cup of coffee because there's not a lot of sales or movement being made for BDRs and account executives.
Yeah, you just sit there.
Yeah.
I mean, the past few jobs I've had, I like clock in, or not clock in, but log on and just sleep for an additional 2 hours. Then wake up and it's meeting time. And
wow.
I've been here the whole time. Corporate America.
I mean, it's been hard to, like, I legit tried at my last, that job, and I was hard to make any social movement. Nobody wanted to spend any money on any services. So with most of tech being services, it was hard. I don't know who's really doing well right now.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be in more like affluent communities. So like I guarantee if you have like just kind of like the ever like slight pinch into like Terrytown, Austin, you're probably banking. You're making a living. You're surviving. But again, it's just all niche. It's all niche shit that
everything.
Who the fuck's working on boats in the middle of fucking,
no shit. Like, it really
Texas?
is.
It's not even boats. It's companies like Acrisure and stuff like that. That's like, we work on consulting for certain companies to reach blah, 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 blah. And it's like, all right, well, your name's big enough that you can put your name on a stadium, but I don't really know what the fuck you do. Yeah.
Was it Paycor? Named the state like, I don't know what the fuck you are, Paycor. Okay. Great, you can afford to put your name on a stadium.
But, yeah, well, started off rough, then a little bit of rough in my personal life, but I mean, everything, I want to say from September on has been just like a series of like, it was like I was paying a whole bunch of bad karma back, and then once I got clear, it was like, hey, things are pretty good now. Like, and then I would just have random good things. Like, I still remember, it's not going to make my list, but a random top 5 moment of the year is like, I didn't have my card and I was fucking pissed off. Like, I was like, well, I don't know how the fuck to order things now. But with DoorDash, I can make an order at 7-Eleven. And I went to 7-Eleven and I picked up my order, which still wasn't ready. So I was pissed off. I thought I was going to be late to the show. I was actually late to the show. But some homeless crackhead was like, oh, you can put in DoorDash orders for 7-Eleven? Here's $40.
What the fuck? Okay, cool.
Okay.
Cool.
It felt like I had like accepted a video game mission, and that was like rewards. And yes, Badgie, my birthday in Dallas was a lot of fun too.
Nice. Yeah, I did not make that one.
Good man.
It's all right, man.
We have the same birthday.
We'll catch the next one.
Of course.
I mean, there'll be a lot less noise this year because, I mean, Sam will be gone, so.
He will be. The rest of us will be here. Emiliano can take his place.
Hey, yeah. I don't know. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm not going nowhere.
Yeah.
It was
Goodbye.
funny. So in the Discord, I've been talking with our fans for the most part, trying to figure out, like, hey, I don't know what it'll look like if we keep going. I don't know what you guys want.
Yeah.
Because we can do something completely different. We can do something new. And then but the only thing that 100% is we can't keep the name Mexcellence. Like Sam's taking that. Is the Mexcellence.
That's his thing.
So I thought it was funny that I was like, oh, it would be like pretty much everyone else on the show, maybe a couple other odd people, and then it's like somebody was like, oh, call the show Mexican Chocolate.
How did we not come up with that this entire time? We never thought of
I'm
that.
not against that.
I don't hate that at all.
Amazing.
I do not hate that at all.
I fucking love that, man.
And then they posted like a picture of the abuelita with a Mexican.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. I love that.
Yes, Mexican chocolate.
Yeah. I actually really, I don't know.
That just fits.
Yeah, it works.
It just works.
It really works. That's like so I've got a homie who I pretty much raised him, but growing up, he's a young black man from Austin, but because he grew up with us majority of the time, I let him coin the term, but he calls himself a black bean. So I'm like, hey, or black skin, we've heard black skin.
I like black bean though. Like that's kind of.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let you. Yeah, I'm gonna let you own that one. But hey, it's all good.
Like you called yourself that.
Yeah, it's like that's your word.
I'm not gonna take that.
Is that only something
Take that
that's
back.
is that like the N word in a way where it's like only other half Mexicans,
Yeah,
half black people
exactly.
can say
bro.
it?
Like, you know what? That's y'all's cohort. Yeah, I don't know, man. 24 was weird. I feel like it was the longest, fastest year.
It really does feel that way.
For just like a little bit of context, so we were I was out for the last 2 weeks, just like fucking South Texas, Mexico, and just like hanging out with family. And I'm like watching my phone this whole time because we're getting numbers for how many barrels we did for the year, and we were supposed to hit a goal of 5,500. 5495 was the final goal, so or final number. So didn't make it, but that being said, we were kind of like before I had left, we were just reflecting on the year at that point, and we're like, damn, man, like it just felt like it was yesterday that the series of injuries that I think really impacted where we were at that point of the year. But it was within the span of 30 days. My coworker broke his elbow. I tore my elbow, re-tore the elbow, and then another coworker broke his foot, all within the span of 30 days. And that trickled down and carried over for like the following like month and a half. So, but we were talking about it, and I was like, no, that was in February. And they're like, oh my God, it feels like it was like in October, but it just, stuff just fucking felt like it was a blink of an eye. But
I remember you coming up here with a sling, and I definitely would have thought that was September.
Yeah. No, yeah, I that's like a fucking great reference point, because it just felt like so many, also just in the sense of like being here for episodes, it felt like I was all smashed up in the like last couple end of the months, but I was like, no, I was realistically here at least once a month, since I guess February or March, something like that. But yeah, it's just been a year that dragged.
Yeah. Very well.
For better or worse.
No, we got a mandatory egg rub, all the staff.
Man, yeah. No, so I'm this weekend, it's gonna be a real tight weekend for me, but yeah, I'm doing a whole limpia of the house, because I'm just like, man, it was just like one thing after another. Thankfully, in the grand scheme of things, it was a really good year for me. We like from financially to just building up on my own personal, I guess, digital name or whatnot, and just influence. And then we got I got personally a big confirmation starting off the year that I was just like, all right, yeah, this was all shit that we carried on from 24. But nonetheless, it was like little things from like, son being diagnosed with asthma, injuries here, shit happening here. There was a couple passings in family, like all trickled in there, and it's like, Yeah, that all was just 1 year.
Yeah.
It's just all fucking 1 year.
Well, I know that JJ took, because he had a really bad year. I'm not going to get into it here. I told Tommy before you got here what happened, all the things that happened to JJ over the year. But he took like New Year's as personal as he could get it. Like he was like, I ate all the grapes. I ate the black eyed peas.
Yeah.
He's like, I did everything that I could.
What other traditions
he
you
wrote,
got, I guess?
He wrote a wish on bay leaves. That's a new one.
Then you like supposed to burn it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
he
didn't
did
know
that.
one. Gotta try that one next year.
There's like two ways. You either like write a wish or a prayer or something on a bay leaf, and you either burn it or you use it to cook with in like your stew or whatever you do.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the two. But.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were talking about, because I had not even done the collard greens thing. This is the black eyed peas. This is the first year I ever did black eyed peas.
See, that one I'm not familiar with.
Really?
The black eyed peas one?
Yeah. Collard greens or cabbage, your choice. I did both because
He's on that JJ train.
like last year I didn't do it. Big mistake. Done it every other year. Been good. This year I made a stew or gumbo, whatever you like, and just threw all that shit in the crock pot and cooked it and ate all of it.
Good man.
Just gotta cover the bases, man.
Yeah,
that shit's no joke. Shit's no joke.
I mean, it was a rough year, and we didn't do collard greens and black eyed peas last year, so we'll see if it gets a little bit better this year.
Go.
But we're going to go ahead and start the intro and
go for it.
See where we go.
Time out. I'm like, okay, cool, great.
Good evenings, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to 2025. Welcome to the Cincountdown. My name is Marcos. I'll be your host here today. Across from me, we got
Emiliano Angel Guajardo, a.k.a. El Whiskylero.
And next to him, we got
Tommy. That's it.
So I'm going to start with an honorable mention real quick while you guys get everything a little situated. Because this one came at the end of the year, and I was kind of surprised by this. Because, first of all, I don't give a fuck about Paramount as a platform.
Like Plus?
Oh, yeah.
It's the worst. Fucking terrible.
What is on there that like forces? It's like one
All
show.
the old.
Well, there's like one show, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, man. Was Tulsa King? Oh, it was Yellowstone.
Okay, it was Yellowstone. Okay, all right.
That shit's gone, and now it's like 5 spinoffs.
We all watched Yellowstone? Yeah.
Nah.
I did not watch
It
Yellowstone.
was actually a phenomenal ending.
Yeah,
the ending was like fucking mint.
It was funny. Like, spoilers for a show that we probably should have covered because this podcast has been around for about 5-6 years. Mm-hmm. And this show was a hit for about 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
We never talked about it once, but it was weird because I always thought Yellowstone was kind of a generic white guy show. Mm-hmm. Not like one of the main characters is black. At the end of the movie, the big resolution to how they solve everything is they give the land back to the Native Americans.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it started off. It was one of those shows that got like taken, turned into kind of they tried to turn to like Duck Dynasty or some shit. Basically, merchandise and the whole.
Yeah, man. I think so. I want to watch a lot of the prequels because I guarantee a lot of the prequels also give like context to certain things that the current or the main like line Yellowstone talks about. But the show just essentially reminded me of like a ranch version of like Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
You know, like just your core crew, family, club, whatever, and they just have like different bad guys coming and trying to take their shit. So I was like, all right, cool. I don't know. I'm a sucker for some of those like styles of movies or shows. Sons of Anarchy, Mayans, Yellowstone, Peaky Blinders, all kind of same shit.
Well, this is one I didn't expect to get into. It is specifically carried by Billy Bob Thornton. Landman.
Yeah. Tulsa King's okay.
JJ loves Tulsa King.
Yeah, Tulsa
I just
King's
didn't
fun.
watch it. I've seen a couple clips on TikTok that I'm like, I should watch that.
It's just a fun show. Like, it's not a lot of things at stake, which you would think in kind of a mob show.
Yeah.
No, it's funny more than anything. It's more of a comedy than anything.
Interesting. I need to watch both.
Yeah, it'll surprise
I
you.
only dreams about having. It costs $6 million to put in a new well. They're putting in 800 right fucking here. That's 4.8 billion in pump jacks. They'll put in another billion on water and housing and trucking.
That's like the first episode, the first scene right off the bat. Like, it's just him working out a land deal with the cartel. And he's a smartass the entire time, and then he just kind of is... It's this, like, disjointed reality where it's just like, we both sell something that people need, and I don't really give a fuck. We're going to stay out of each other's business, and that's it. And the show is carried by Billy Bob Thornton's, like, sense of humor and his delivery all the fucking time. But, like, there's legit, like, a kind of a sweet moment in it where... like, he's trying to balance all these things, but he lectures his daughter.
The Come Anywhere But Inside Me?
Not that one.
Okay.
I need to watch this show.
That's like the only clip that I ever saw from this, and I was like, okay, I don't know how serious I should take this show. But it's like a clip of him talking to his daughter at like a high school football game. And she was like, yeah, one rule that I always have is just like they can come anywhere but inside me. And then he was just like, I'm going to get a Dr. Pepper. And then just like walks off. Just like, what the fuck
What
was
show
this
is this?
interaction? Holy shit.
Are you two having sex?
Yeah.
Daddy,
Well, I had to ask,
of course.
and that's what I get for asking. Are you being careful?
Yeah, we have a rule and we stick to it.
I'm gonna regret asking you this, but what is this rule?
As long as he never comes in me, he can come anywhere on me.
Sold. They didn't do that in Yellowstone.
Well, she was wild too. Yeah, Beth
I watched the first season.
Yeah, Beth was a G. She only got
She was
more
a G.
gangster.
Yeah,
like,
she was a G.
post that. Yeah.
Let me see what else I can throw out as an...
I have 2 shows on my list.
Oh, really?
It was one of those kind of years.
I didn't... So I have an anime on my list, but not really any shows. I just finished Penguin, though.
Spoiler. That's my number 5. So yeah.
All right, I'm going to start with... my number 5 is a meme right off the bat.
Nice.
This meme went very... like I should...
Luger will send a Christian to... This Luger will send a Christian
Dracula Flow.
to hell.
What?
Shorty chose to be with a demon. Sounds like her problem to me. Ha ha.
Let me see if I can
Shorty
find
chose to be with a...
it. So Dracula... So do you know who Juji is, I believe?
I don't.
So he's the guy that made the... So first of all, he's Mr. Pink, like the guy, the Asian dude that would make all the creepy videos and things like that.
Oh, Georgie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did know.
And then he made that love song that everyone
He's
loved.
like a singer now.
Yeah. Well, he wrote a whole bunch of lyrics down and then just paid this old man to read them.
Jesus.
crackhead. He looked like Woody Harrelson. You ain't seen 10 bands in your life, chit. Reach for my neck. You'll get turned into an example. Y'all gotta stop playing with me, man. I threw diamonds at the strip clubs under the Great Pyramids. I pushed the camel through the eye of a needle.
You can see the lyrics.
Nothing to me. Around the
His
block
fucking glasses.
4 hours. Motherfucker looked like a Resident Evil 5 campaign extra after we was done with them. Ops wanted some initiative. Blew up their entire quadrant. I'm moving like Oppenheimer. She dropped that ass on me from an egregious angle. Like Woody
Gregarious saying
I see he's back to his internet shenanigans.
that's gold.
Yeah, he
I
legit.
thought he retired from all this shit, but apparently not.
Well, that's what you do. You just find someone else
Yeah.
to do it, and then you get to still be like the sensitive love guy.
Yeah, he did Harlem Shake too, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day. Yeah. That was a hell of a career evolution for him, man.
That was him?
That was him, yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
His album's really not that bad. One of his albums
They thought I
was
was
actually
a
pretty
fucking
good.
nutsack. Top shelf Zaza. disrupted my circadian rhythm. Last guy who ran off on the pack got choked out by some Givenchy gloves. The last thing he ever saw was the price tag on it. Slowly faded into darkness.
Wow. That's gold.
That's awesome.
All right, Tommy, what's your number 5?
I spoiled it. My number 5 is Penguin. I was very surprised by that show because I hate the Batman.
That show has no reason to be as good as it is.
It shouldn't. It was. I feel it's accidental. Like, this is one of those things that just kind of happened. You just put these elements together and it just worked. And you got Colin Farrell being your lead. So, like, can't go wrong there. And no, it was just a fun fucking mob show. Like, it has no, like, it doesn't even feel like a comic book show. Like, it plays itself real. And just, like, Colin Farrell's amazing in it. I forgot the actress's name.
I don't remember her name either, but I do know that she was a lot of...
Falcone.
Yeah.
She's Falcone daughter.
She's a lot of people's crush after...
She's been great since fucking kind of How I Met Your Mother, yeah. But, like, a bunch of shit. Everything she's in, she's pretty great in. But just like, to me, it was just a solid story. And I don't need to see any more Penguin. I would like them to move on to other villains season by season. I think that would be pretty cool. But like, I thought it was perfect. I thought by the time it was done, like he summed up the Penguin perfectly in just like one act. And like, oh fuck, I mean, it's a spoiler.
Damn, I can't not say her last name. Kristen Militati?
Militati or something. Yeah, something around those lines. But like, the Penguin does some shit at the end that you sense is coming. You know it's kind of coming, but you're like, maybe he won't. But you're like, if he does, like, it's unforgivable if he does this. And he does it in, like, the moment where you're like, fuck, man, why did you do that in that moment? But it solidifies him. Like, this is a character. He's a fucking villain. He is likable. He is charismatic, but he is a fucking villain. And you can't like him. You want to like him, but that's the character. He's a guy you want to like, but he will make it so you can't like him. And he totally sells that shit, and she steals the show. Like, I just described his character arc, but it's her show, really, because she's fucking amazing. Huh. Like, she has a whole episode dedicated to her and her fucking shit up, and it's just like, god damn, she's scary. Like, she's genuinely scary.
Yeah, I'm not concerned with spoilers because I'll watch it eventually, but
it's worth watching for sure. Yeah,
and so I have no idea how much of it is based on the comics, because in the comics, the character that she plays looks like this.
Yeah, crazy ass hair, and they took a little bit from it. They took actually a lot of it from it, but the essence of the character, but she kind of did it her own thing with it. She made the character a stronger character that I'm sure you'll see more of just because she killed that part, you know.
Well, her Wikipedia page is like 3 paragraphs. Like, she's not big in the Batman.
She's been in so much. Oh, yeah, no, character, no, she's not. Like, The Long Halloween, I think it's one of the only things I remember her in. And, like, she ain't even in there that much. So, like, she's a small character. She popped up in Gotham a couple times, like, just because it kind of fits with the Falcone thing.
Yeah.
But, like, I think you'll see more of her now.
This is kind of one of those instances like Guardians of the Galaxy where, like, you just grab these C-tier characters and then...
You make something out of them.
Exactly.
Yeah, I love that. Like, I didn't know who the fuck the Guardians of the Galaxy. I know comic books, and I didn't know. So it was just, like, it's very similar to that, to where I think it's going to... You're going to see that character.
It was that we knew who Guardians of the Galaxy were. We didn't know that iteration. Because I knew, like, what's his name? The
Zandu.
Yondu or Yondu.
Yeah.
I knew Yondu, and then
I didn't even
of course
know
now
Yondu.
on the spot I'm forgetting their names, but one of them had like Captain America's shield, and, like the future.
Like Star-Lord had a sword back in the day.
Yeah. See, I had pick up Nova Comics because I was like, oh, this will be the space guys, and Nova still has not
made a fucking Nova movie. It's like he's got the alliterated name, Richard Rider. Come on, what the fuck are we doing? Like, it's gonna be too late to make that shit. They should have made Nova a long time ago.
Well, I think what I've heard, the rumor is that they're gonna have the Rich Rider Nova, which is like the main guy.
Yeah.
And then he'll like somewhere in the movie, it's gonna be almost like another kind of like buddy cop comedy because he'll like hand it off to I forgot his name, but like the Mexican kid, who ends up being the main Nova,
the current Nova,
the current Nova, and then of course build up like the either Young Avengers or Champions.
They gotta let that shit go.
And I just hope they don't do the
it's
Young
too late.
Avengers. I hope they just go forward with like the champions because Young Avengers, I think.
Oh, they
for
would
a main-
name the champions.
I would hope so because
it's a better name.
Yeah, the Young Avengers.
But that's who they are. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want Young Avengers.
No,
give me,
fuck no.
Give me champions.
Yeah,
for
give me
sure.
the champions. Champions are a better team. And
Yeah.
I saw
they
the
got Miles Morales.
I saw the internet put them together, but I don't know.
They've been setting that shit up and no payoff. Like they introduced Scar for no fucking reason. He just pops up. It's just like, at the end of
I
She-Hulk,
hope he
and
gets
it's
a
just like, all
bullet in his
right,
head and some.
God,
super
right?
choke
Just
out.
like, man, what are you doing, Marvel?
They've been setting up.
Disney's in
It's so
shambles.
weird, like to think about. Like,
Yeah.
when did the Captain America Falcon show? Wait, Captain Falcon and
That's coming next.
no,
Well,
the show.
The show.
Oh yeah,
Because it was during COVID.
Yeah.
Yes,
that
it
was during
was,
COVID.
and they had to cut a lot of shit out, and it showed.
But it was so long ago.
Solid.
Man,
Excellent.
it
And
was 4 years ago.
No,
almost
get the
3
fuck
years
out.
ago.
Yeah.
3. It was during COVID.
I'm just saying it was so long ago.
you're right.
21. I think it was 21.
We're barely getting the payoff to that. What, next summer? Like their Expendables movie that is coming
this
out.
summer.
Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
That
is this
is
summer.
a 4-year wait for that to
I
pay
don't
off.
care anymore.
Well, but
I really don't care.
Did we see Black Widow before COVID?
Hawkeye.
no, Black Widow came out
Oh.
after COVID.
Black Widow.
Okay.
That was the first movie I think
first
to
movie
come
after
out
COVID, yeah.
during COVID. Yeah, so yeah, I don't care though. I mean, she popped up in Hawkeye, which I watched for Christmas because I was just looking for Christmas shit, and so I watched the last episode of that. Which just watch the last episode; it's fine.
Yeah.
it actually is pretty good that way. But like, she's there to remind you she still exists, and then like nothing. You know?
Elena?
Yeah, Elena. I forgot her last name. Elena. We'll just call her.
The new widow, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, White Widow.
She just walked out of Midsummer to me.
Love Florence Pugh.
Oh yeah. Florence Pugh's
Amazing.
The goat. She's great.
I like Haley Steinfeld. I would love to have seen something with. They have great chemistry, and they had a whole thing during that show. I'm like, just give them a movie.
Well, so
like they need
she-
to just start doing shit like that.
Yeah, well, so Haley Steinfeld, her Hawkeye popped up at the end of the Marvels.
I did not stay for the end credits.
I thought the Marvels was fun.
I liked
could
it, man.
tell-
It got you in, it got you out.
Yeah,
It didn't try to bullshit you.
100%.
It was fun. It was short.
Yeah.
That's it. Out of
And
all the movies they came out,
there was some pretty intense moments in that.
Give
in
some-
that movie.
yeah.
Where she just like Carol Danvers, like, no, fuck him, like let him die. We got who we
good.
got.
Yeah, it's like, oh,
Damn.
God.
All right, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at them. It's probably the best one out of the current ones that have come out.
Besides Deadpool Wolverine, yeah, I would agree.
That one's rubbing off on me.
It's
Doing that Marvel shit.
It's old.
Doing that Marvel shit.
Bro, my brother's a die fucking hard Wolverine fan. Like
Yeah.
that's his fucking dude. Like since we were growing up, and so like the moment when they're like the songs going on and
he
like
puts
they're
the
holding
thing
hands and
on
they're
you.
fucking
Oh,
like
yeah.
well, and they're like in the end scene where like it looks like they're gonna die. Like we had a moment we like looked and we were just like, yeah, this is it because like it's. In a dorky and very hilarious way, it was like very like just emotional to
Yeah.
see like okay, yes, stuff that we grew up with is like for him at least is like finally here because
Finally got to see their Wolverine. You know?
yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
100%. And then lo and behold, Hugh Jackman was like pulled the fucking Leonardo DiCaprio.
Checks are
He's like,
good, man.
he's like, I ain't going fucking nowhere. Like he's
Fuck
gonna
it, I'm
end up,
here.
yeah, he's signed on for like 10 years or whatever the fuck.
It will be
I don't
another
know, some
Deadpool
shit.
Wolverine. Probably. It's just going to be team ups for Wolverine from this point
Oh,
on,
100%,
which is
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, great.
I don't need
Fucking-
Ryan Reynolds by himself.
Yeah, no, I think by himself is a little too much. We got one by himself. That was good
fine.
to welcome the
I need
character,
you to
and then
team up after that.
exactly.
Yeah.
People are
So-
clearly forgetting how forgettable Deadpool 2 is. When
I completely forgot about it.
Yeah.
Cable was in that.
Yes,
Forgot about it.
but I think that was also a victim. That movie was also a victim of the buyout of
the Fox
because
thing.
that was the
around
last
the time.
Fox.
Yeah,
Well, that was I guess
they owned it
technically
and
the
then they
law.
had to.
Yeah, it was technically the last Fox movie, but I think there was the New Mutants that came out.
New
after
Mutants
that.
was the last one, and they
Yeah.
put that shit on the shelf for years.
Right.
Rightfully so. It is bad.
I had so much hope for it because it seemed the concept of a horror.
Great idea.
Seemed amazing, and like the snippets that you get on YouTube of it are like, oh man, out of
Oh,
context.
you watch a
that's,
clip.
yeah,
You're
that
like, I'm
looks great.
sold. I'll
Yeah.
check this out. But you watch it as a whole, it's fucking terrible.
Still never seen it, so I'm
Man,
probably doing
don't
it.
bother.
Yeah, I was just
Don't
doing
bother.
them. Doing myself a favor.
That shit was in the $5 bin at Walmart. They still have one of those.
Well, Five Below is the new $5 bin.
So it's a store. I love it.
But yeah, that became like a overall. That became an overall.
Yes. The song, man.
Kept the mask on. Yeah, that rejuvenated that song.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. That became its own little funny meme for for the summer that it came out. Really.
Yeah.
Well, what would be your number 5?
Thing that came out at 24. Honestly, like, so I don't want to shame anybody for wrestling, and I don't want to come across as somebody who knows anything about like
I have a
professional
wrestling thing in
at
my
all.
thing.
But I'm like quote unquote back into wrestling. I've watched WrestleMania for the first time. I don't know, maybe 13 something years. Just because like I've been hearing all the story and the build up, and I was a big Dusty Rhodes fan because he's from Austin and Texas guy and whatnot growing up. And so watched WrestleMania and heard all the build up. It was really fucking cool. Watched both nights. And then since then I've like I still have yet to watch any like actual live wrestling, but I follow like all the fucking podcasts now. So Before the Bell is an all black podcast who do and talk about like all wrestling from AEW to TNA to WWE to the Independent Japan, and they fucking. It's like sometimes like 2.5 hours, and I just press play, and they fucking roll it out, man. They're hilarious. 3 of the 4 main co-hosts are comedians, so on top of all that shit, it's just funny as hell. So like for now, I mean, as of now, I'm like mostly caught up without actually spending afternoons watching it live, which I know is just as good, if not like a better emotional investment to everything. But I think honestly that was like a huge thing that I didn't have on my list for the year, but it kind of popped up just getting back into wrestling a little bit, and just enjoying hearing the stories that are going on, because there's some shit that's like pretty fucking cool, and especially what's going on with the bloodline is insane. I don't know, it's wild.
This is so this is based on another podcast, Top 5, or they do like Top 8, and it's just they talk about it. It was like a 3 or 4 hour podcast. This was that dude's number 1.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, that's how much he loved this moment, because for him, it was like the whole bloodline story for wrestling perspective, that went on for like 4 years.
Oh, gee.
It went on since COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it picked up in COVID because Roman like made his huge comeback when they were doing the fanless shows or whatever, and they just had like a bunch of screens. He made his big comeback. That's when he like essentially took over and just ran the whole fucking show since then. Brought in his cousins, the Uso brothers, and then just like little by little.
Yeah, this is after like they had a Avengers Endgame moment where like 5 people showed up, like the Undertaker shows up
What
to
the
help.
fuck? It's a retired wrestler show up out of nowhere. That'd be dope.
Well, The Rock was there too.
Oh, God.
Yeah. It
Stone
was,
Cold? Then?
No, he was the only one that was like,
yeah, there was rumor that he was going to show, but apparently he had like a booking issue.
Oh, fuck. That
yeah.
would have been classic.
Yeah, it would have been fucking great.
Whole
but,
Attitude Era just showing
exactly,
up.
man. Yeah.
That's when I stopped watching. You can't top that.
So that's the thing, though.
Yeah.
Now there's supposedly like the actual show that I'm gonna fucking watch is their first Netflix show, this coming Monday.
Oh, the new Raw. Is that
Raw's on,
is that now just on Netflix?
Yeah, it's now just on
No
Netflix.
shit.
Yes. So here you go. So The Rock. Context also, he's got the belt because like a month earlier he beat the shit out of Cody with the belt. Like whipped his ass.
He belongs back there. Get him out of movies.
well, that was the kind of the crux of it.
I saw Red 1 finally. That shit is garbage.
He came back because nobody saw Black Adam. I'm not even lying.
Why is he dressed like that?
That's the way he was dressed.
Okay.
Well, yeah. So again, it was like this whole like building up of the bad guys because it was Roman Reigns, his brother or his cousins, the Usos. Then he brought an enforcer in who is another cousin of his, and then he brought in The Rock, who's like I guess his uncle or also cousin or some shit. Yeah. And so there was a point in time where Roman essentially was like taking some semi backseat and just letting Rock do all the dirty work.
Yeah.
And Rock was coming in and just like beating the shit out of Cody. And so, like I said, there was part or one Raw where like it went off air and they were like showing Cody leave. And some people still debate whether it was like scripted or not. To like McMahon's like, or at least Triple H's like idea, who is in charge of WWE now.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. And Rock just comes out and like fucking starts beating the shit out of Cody, busts him open, has the belt, just like beating his ass. He's like calling him. I forgot what the fuck he was calling him, but since then he like earned the mantra of like the final boss. So he started carrying himself as like he was just the final boss. Like that was it. He was Cody's final boss. And so yeah, it was crazy. And then that moment with Undertaker, there was so Cody Rhodes has also been like essentially walking around doing like all the podcasts and everything.
Yeah.
And so
his face is on everything.
Oh yeah, crazy. And he talks about the moment when Undertaker comes out and that he wanted to try and have a moment with him, but like he was explaining how Undertaker is just like this kind of mythos in itself.
Yeah.
And he like looked up and he was gonna try to get up to say something, and Undertaker just like looks down, winks at him, and then goes black. And he's like, I was like, that's crazy. So I don't know.
I'm trying to see if I can. They made like a video game edit for for The Rock being like the WWE made this themselves. But for The Rock being like the final boss that they had to fight.
It's Goro.
Pretty much. But yeah, I don't want to say too much about it because I was actually... Those correspond a lot with something else further down the list for me. But yeah, no, that is... It was a lot of fun. I think that's the peak that the highest peak that wrestling is going to hit for a little bit, kind of thing.
Okay.
Really?
Well, there was something like 60,000 tickets, so like on one day, like it was 60 and 50, WrestleMania Night 1, WrestleMania Night 2, and then The Rock, despite Red 1 being really bad, still brought a lot of attention to wrestling to the point that he was on ESPN talking about it and shit like that.
Yeah, I think he might be itching his way back a little bit.
And I just think that maybe we'll see it this year because wrestling always cools down in the second part of the year. Because the first part of the year, like they literally start with the Royal Rumble in January into WrestleMania. That's like peak season, and then afterwards it goes. Yeah. But I don't know if it'll do the same amount of numbers if the Rock comes back. But I don't think his movie career is going to move as much.
I don't think it's going his way right now.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of cooling down if you like. But I mean,
yeah, but he plays such generic characters.
He's the same guy.
Yeah, and like I think
the thing that hurts him the most is we're seeing Batista and John Cena legitimately
like branch out and do different shit and do well at it, and he's still doing this shit. And it's just like, come on, man! Like your time, you made all the money you could. Time has passed. Move on.
Yeah, I think it'll come to him like truly partnering with somebody to like end up taking an L.
Yeah,
because that's the other reason why I like also really enjoyed the WrestleMania, because I really didn't, just of how contractually obligated he makes everybody force him and allow him to win in everything, like movie, show, whatever, partnership.
Yeah, it literally came down to his Fast and the Furious. Him and Vin Diesel both had, I can't lose in my contract. So I didn't actually see Fast 5. I don't know how it ends.
That's great. That's the best one.
But so because of that, I honestly thought, like, I was fully expecting for Cody Rhodes to lose. But then when he won, I was like, okay, so there's some leeway that Rock has essentially tried to give, maybe, and allowed for. I don't know if it's just for like storytelling that he's allowing it for or whatnot. But yeah, think he'll be fine. Like obviously he'll be fine, but I think career-wise, when it comes to movies, he'll kind of just break that and partner with somebody that's gonna, make him take a couple losses.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, my number 4, I can't talk about it too much because it's a song, but I hadn't heard a song like this in a while because in general, I feel like when it comes to rap music, outside of the one big story that I expect someone to have on their list, I didn't put it on my list.
It's on mine. It's definitely on mine.
Yeah, it's most definitely on mine.
It was kind of a bad year kind of thing. Like,
It's ironic because my number 4 is similar to yours. But yeah.
this song came from India, of all places. And when I heard it, I was like, I heard it in a whole bunch of memes. It just went everywhere. This dude legit, from this song, because he's still like kind of a low artist, but just on the totem pole, he went from this song to being like, hey, make the theme song for Squid Games 2. Like, he was in the commercials and everything. He made a song for Squid Games 2.
Had no idea.
Yeah, and it's Big Dogs.
Wait a minute, get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big stepper.
Can't play too much or else we'll get fucking walloped.
And that is why Pimp C is the greatest rapper.
Yeah, no shit. No shit. And just the realist.
Bro,
Just
I
the
mean,
realist.
like,
Yeah.
I'm not stupid. I know that like snippet comes from 3 6 Mafia, but Pimp C helped write that fucking song. So that's why Pimp C is my fucking goat, man. I heard that and I was just like, it rejuvenated me, and I was just like, I was not wrong. Like,
I found Pimp C I found him getting more popular lately.
Pimp C?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's wild.
Bro, I forgot. I need to go back because I haven't heard the whole song. I've literally just heard a snippet of it. But Megan Thee Stallion used an entire verse that was never heard before from Pimp C.
I'm gonna Megan Thee Stallion kick right now.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
And evidently there's about 2 or 3 songs that she does that with in her newest album. And so I, again, haven't heard any of them, but I heard the snippet and I was like, I've never heard that verse before. And then I looked it up and it was like, yeah, she personally spoke with Pimp C's wife and got some of the
from
old,
I still want to dig out my free Pimp C shirt.
Oh, bro.
I would love to wear
Well,
that.
so a homie of mine was he lives in Houston, and he was at the, I don't know who's hosting or running right now, but there's a Pimp C museum that popped up.
No shit.
Oh, bro. The whole thing was like all his old get-ups, like watches, phones, like everything that he used. And
got a Promco phone in there?
Bro, yeah.
I love that shit. I go to that.
So on top of people still talking about wrestling in the chat, they're bringing up, because the artist literally says Project Pat is a reference to for this whole song. And he needs to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Project Pat needs more praise. Like, 100%, I agree with all those takes right off the bat.
Project Pat were like the fucking tragedies, brotherhood tragedies, man. It's like crazy how both of them passed away. Big Hawk got shot down on Fifth Street over here.
Yeah, it's not a live Houston rappers.
Yeah.
Project Pat was Memphis, though, yeah?
No, I thought... Wait, no, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Fat Pat
is
Big Hawk. Sorry. No, okay, sorry.
No, it's easy
Fat
to get
Pat,
mixed. I used to get them mixed up all the time.
Fat Pat and Big Hawk are the brothers.
Yeah, Big Mo.
Yeah, Big
Mo is dead.
Bro, Big Mo,
damn.
man.
A lot of them.
That was 20.
That wasn't that long ago.
I think
South
it was 3.
South Sibs. Yeah, that's Fat Pat.
Fat Pat,
Yeah, Fat Pat.
Top Drop is my all-time
Oh, man.
get ready song. All time.
I think, like, if I had a walkout song, it's Overstand Me.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, bro.
I like
Overstand
that.
Me.
I like that.
Well, Tommy, what
Get
be
me
your...
started on Houston rap.
Oh, bro. Yeah.
I do have, like, is Paul Wall the only one still alive? No.
Zero, Trey.
Yeah, Zero, Trey, Paul
Chameleon
Wall.
has a
There's a billionaire.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
motherfucker
He went
beat the
tech,
system
bro.
completely.
Yeah.
Well, I was
Bun
just
B.
in my head. I was
Bun B,
making
so right.
a known sad story of like, damn, south of San Antonio, like laterally,
Yeah.
like he just cursed because we had a whole bunch of Tejano artists that all got killed right before they made it big.
Fuck, yeah, it's true.
It's just a fast fucking life, man. And then you either make friends or fucking enemies.
Yeah. And one of them's going to fuck you over. Yeah, no, but speaking of rap, that was going to be my number 4 anyways, was I got kind of, like, I hadn't listened to much rap because it's all just, you know, it's trap shit, and, like, that shit's fun, sort of, kind of, occasionally, but I like my rap with a little bit more substance.
Yeah, no, 100%. I actually went into, like, a old, because there's a wrestler called Brian Keith, and he usually comes out to... I forgot the name of the song right now off the top of my head, but still tipping on football. Like he usually comes out to a song from Houston. I forgot which one it was.
Off the top. Slim Thug, he's still alive too.
Yeah, Slim Thug's still alive. Yeah.
But no. So I got reintroduced to kind of rap this year because like my top 3 albums were kind of all rap albums. It was Kendrick, obviously. I just love Kendrick, so it's hard to...
What did he do?
GNX. Oh, okay.
Still tipping. That's the name of the song that I was thinking.
Still tipping.
I like Tyler the Creator shit. Now you typically don't.
Oh, bro.
But
Tyler
I like
fucking rock that shit.
How the fuck did... Chroma... I can never pronounce it. Chromapipula, I don't know. But yeah. Him, Schoolboy Q also came out with another. I'm a big Schoolboy Q fan.
I did not know that.
That shit is dope.
Yeah.
That is one of the best.
I love Q.
Yeah, that's one of the best of the year for me. So yeah, no, with those 3 coming out with albums, just kind of reestablishing, man, like look, man, talent and actual, skill is gonna win out every time. Like these are professionals in their craft and they're doing this shit.
Devin the Dude's still alive.
Devin the Dude's still kicking.
Oh, bro.
At the beginning of the year, I did get pretty heavy into Mexican OT. I still think he's okay, but the issue is that I saw him live, and he was really bad live.
Well, he gets real fucking lit.
Yes, he does. I always like him because he's so Houston. He just respects everything.
Well, he's so Houston, but then he's also very strangely San Antonian, Austin, and Dallas.
He's a good representation of Texas.
Yeah, because he grew up. So he was born in Houston, grew up, and went to school in Round Rock. Lived in Austin area, moved to San Antonio, and then did some like early 20s growing in Dallas. So yeah, he's like all over the place. Yeah, and then moved back to Houston. Yeah.
I love that shit.
Kendrick Lamar's beef with Drake was in a lot of people's top 3, I think, for the most part.
Oh, yeah. I'll get to it.
So you're having one category, the album that came out in December.
Yes. Music. We're talking music here, and then just completely humiliating a person is going to be my next one. A person who definitely deserved every bit of it, and I hope it continues. But yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah. I'm making this list as I go because I don't remember barely shit from fucking 24. But I'm gonna kind of like stick on the trend essentially, and Big X the plug, man. I rock with Big X like heavily through 24.
Have you met him? Because he lives here in Austin, I think.
Yeah, I think he's got a location in Austin. I'm working some relationships to get to him. But there's another local artist in Austin, is this Mexican dude, Rap Hippie, I think is what he goes by. But he does a lot of work with like local artists, and then he also does work with Mexican OT, and then through relationship he's done work with Big X. So working relationships, but I've not met him yet. But yeah, he also just seems like real down to earth.
Well, is he really young? Because I thought
Plug, he's like 22, I think, maybe 23.
Because I didn't know like how recent it was, but I just saw a random thumbnail that was like, oh, he goes to UT, and I was like, oh shit.
I don't know if he goes to UT. I know that he and Bun both contracted songs for the UT football team, but I don't know if he goes there. He could. I don't know.
Well, I heard his Texas
He also
song.
was like a really good football player, apparently, in high school.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he was like a 4-star football player, and then just didn't like...
No scholarships?
He didn't like playing football.
Oh.
Yeah, he was just like...
to do it,
yeah, but that motherfucker moved.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, he showed, like, some of their highlights popped up when he did his Barstool interview.
Yeah.
Damn, that is a pulling guard, bro.
Man,
That is a pulling guard.
he gets short on those.
Yeah,
He could have made some money.
Yeah, this is the picture that I kept seeing
guarantee you
everywhere.
he's making at least 3/4 of that money,
Yeah,
and
true.
he's not getting CD.
Still has his knees.
Yeah, for real.
But it was so weird because I like his song, like Texas, got it was used by, I forgot the name of the boxer, but he was from Dallas when he was fighting Crawford. He lost, but he had a couple of hits, and I think he's hitting the next level right now. And it's pretty evident because he made the song.
He made the song for Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah. Beast mode.
That was what I was going to bring up.
Fuck, how'd he manage that? Got a hell of an agent.
I know, for real, bro.
Well, if they asked you to make
Good
it.
check. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Warner Brothers is going to pay.
And that song's actually pretty fucking
It's a good song. I heard that song.
It is a
Yeah.
pretty fucking good song.
For the week, you gotta be strong.
It's so weird, right? I heard that's exactly how. Because I remember when that shit came out, and I'm just like, huh.
Yeah.
So a rap song on this soundtrack, huh? And a rap song like this on the imagery fits, but like another movie, not so much. Okay.
I was about to say, they did have, was it Puff Daddy for 98?
Yes. Yes, it was.
The best part of that movie?
No. no part of that movie.
The
was
music
good.
video was.
The music video was hysterical. The Jimmy Page, that shit was ridiculous. It's terrible in retrospect. Like, you look at that video now, like, this shit looks terrible.
I have not looked
It
at the
looks
music
awful
video.
now, but like, I mean, it's 98, so what can you do? But that movie's bad too. Every part of that shit was bad. But yeah, I guess rap and on the soundtrack of a Godzilla movie is just what you do.
Yeah, works.
Makes sense.
Dun, 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 dun.
No Blue Oyster Cult ever again. Let me see. Oh, okay. For my number 3, I had to go to Twitter to find this because they were not letting a lot of clips of this go on, and it's actually my wrestling pick so far.
Okay.
So I'm not big on the WWE. I'm in the AEW camp.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Very cool. I like it.
And-
Swerve as champ was so short-lived. I feel like
They're staying away from the whole we're gonna have one champion for very long kind of thing. And I think that's what you have to do when you have so many talented people kind of thing. Whereas WWE is made from the top down, where it's like, oh, well, first of all, they have 2 championships.
Yeah.
Even if you don't beat Roman for the big belt or Cody for the big belt, they have another one that you can go fuck with. AEW doesn't have that.
I like the one champion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this actually isn't about the big belt, even though it did like Swerve to the point that I would listen to his entrance like before the podcast certain days.
yeah.
I'm usually super anti-nostalgia, as we know in the podcast.
Yeah, which is, I'm not. I'm the opposite of that.
And it was weird because I went in this going like, I don't really care. And then they found a couple of notes to make you care about it, and it was Sting's last match.
Oh yeah, you
man.
showed me this.
So this is the entrance that they made. It's they put Sting in the theater. Like, this is the promo package they made, and then he's gonna see a whole bunch of like just accolades that he won. And then I'm gonna see if I can find it. Like, that's him going on his tour of all the final matches, him winning the belt, the tag belts. I didn't. I was actually getting into it, and then his. Do you know what his catchphrase is?
No.
It's showtime.
Was that his always? Has that always been his catchphrase?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Huh.
Did not know that.
It's showtime.
Wow.
And the entrance kicks into the theater. And when wrestling was in the 90s, you could get away with shit that you can't get away with now.
Oh, yeah.
So he would get out. He would come out to Metallica.
Yeah.
And Tony Khan
Exit
paid.
Lights, right? He used to do that back in the day.
So he had his sons come out.
Oh, shit.
Oh, just like he used to do.
Shit.
Yeah.
I love that. Metallica had to be cool with it. Man. Like, come on.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But
That shit used to get me hyped when he used to come out to Metallica back in the WCW days.
yeah, well, because they're on TNT TBS, that's
Yeah,
the
they
only
can
thing they have
afford
rights for. But he goes on, and usually, in fact, I think he might be the only person in wrestling that got to leave with a W. Like, usually
Really?
you always leave with an L.
Really?
They make that. Yeah, it started to become just a thing that you leave with the L, but it's like,
No, that's always been the thing.
Really?
I think the only person that might not have left with an L is Stone Cold, just because he was
yeah,
like,
it's not gonna happen.
yeah, he was like, I'm out. Fuck you.
I'm not gonna, yeah.
Well, and so from what I'm learning, especially with like a lot of the older guys coming off and doing like their podcasts now and whatever, it's like always because you're wanting to like do the handoff to like the next guy.
generation, yeah.
And you want to like lift them up and yeah, but
Oh, fuck that. I put all
Yeah,
this
no,
work
man, for
in.
real.
I'm leaving
Yeah,
on
fuck
top.
I forgot that
Get your dubs.
the Undertaker did leave with a W, but he left on a cinematic match during COVID. He didn't leave in the ring.
Oh yeah.
what?
Yeah, what the fuck was that? Wait, yeah.
Wait, what?
That's
He
what they
left
did
in
during
yeah,
COVID?
he left with a cinematic match.
What
He
is,
fought
what is a cinematic match?
like it's filmed like a movie kind of
I
thing.
didn't know that was a thing.
What?
What
Yeah.
did they did this throughout all of COVID?
I think it started during COVID, and then they just kept it going once in a while.
Wait a second. Wasn't
yeah, I need
that
to know what this
that was
looks like.
because like that's right. I think it was because they didn't have fans.
Yeah, they couldn't be in the stadium.
Well, yeah, but because of that, they were able to do.
You can watch.
CGI,
You can actually.
Oh.
I think right. And
You
then
can
there was,
actually
like-
watch the whole match on WWE because like once it's old, nobody cares anymore.
Especially during COVID, like no one
Yeah.
wants to be reminded of that shit.
Oh wow!
Oh wow, okay.
You wanted this. Come on.
Who the fuck was he fighting?
AJ Styles.
Oh, this is the.
Or the mean
On the
Cubs.
track though.
Wow, that's where that comes from.
The fuck? How many of these did they do? Did they do a whole episode of Raw just with shit like this?
No, not a whole episode.
Okay.
But they did. There was matches here and there. I think Matt Hardy got one at the Hardy compound like 2 or 3 times. There's actually a really good one during the also during the COVID years where who was it? It was John Cena, and he fights another spooky person. That
Oh, that
it was Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
And then like he does like time travel nonsense during the
Jesus
fight.
fucking
Like
Christ. I can't do it, man. I'm a child of the Attitude Era, and I just if you ain't giving me titties or like extreme violence, I don't want to do it.
I don't
Middle
think
fingers, I need middle fingers, I need all that. Shit.
Bro, AEW just the other night, homeboy took a fucking took scissors to somebody's head.
I'm watching that. What channel is that on?
TNT.
Fuck, I don't even know what channel it is.
It's
Watch TNT. In
it's on
years.
HBO Max.
Perfect. That works.
Versus Hangman.
They don't wait. AEW's on Max.
It just started this.
Okay, I was about to say I haven't seen anything, any advertisement for that. They should definitely.
So-
Oh yeah.
Oh my god!
Fucking staples.
Stapled to his face. Jesus! Did he rip the staple out?
Yeah.
That's brutal. Oh my gosh! I thought I could handle it. Oh yeah, I
Nostalgia yet?
asked for Attitude Era and ECW, and that's what I got.
Oh, bro, and AEW is all about just like, hey, fuck this, like name drop whoever the fuck you want.
Really?
We don't give a fuck. And so yeah, they just allow for the ECW chance to just roll off. And
love
oh,
that.
bro, it's so good.
Hey,
So
if they earn those chants, that means I want to
Well,
watch it.
didn't they do a show in the old Philly Stadium where ECW was? Was it them?
No.
I remember
It's Arena
that one.
2300.
Is
They didn't
Hammerstein Ballroom even still
It
there?
was them. Oh no,
They did do Hammerstein
was-
Ballroom,
Yeah.
but that wasn't
maybe it was
their
Impact.
ECW's old thing is the 2300 arena.
That's right, yeah.
But they did do Hammerstein Ballroom in December, but so did WWE. They both rented
Really?
it out. Yeah.
God damn it. They just ruined it.
Bro, that one night only ECW takeover.
That I remember, yeah.
That was gold.
That I remember.
RVD. I hated John Cena so much when I was little, and like my brother and I loved ECW.
Oh, it's RVD, Sandman,
my
New
brother-
Jack. New Jack was my favorite fucking wrestler for
Oh
years.
man, my brother's favorites were RVD and Rhino. And
Y'all fucking forgot about Ryan. I
who
used to
still
love-
is wrestling? Rhino?
Is he really?
Yes,
Yeah.
he's on AEW, isn't he, or Impact, or both?
He just
Maybe both.
he just got let go from TNA.
Fuck, man.
okay.
Like, you just took me back there. Like, I remember
Tommy
that whole
Dreamer?
Tommy Dreamer,
bro.
Taz, fucking the Impact players. Like, fuck,
Yeah.
man. That was my shit. Sabu.
Bro.
Fucking Sabu,
when he and
man.
This is legit one of my favorite parts of that match.
this is
Y'all
They
remember
keep
this?
throwing his
Yeah.
T-shirt back.
I remember
man,
that.
that was so good.
When they did that, I was like, I gotta watch. Like,
Yeah,
I was out
100%.
even then, but I was like, I gotta watch that.
yeah,
Well, Tommy, it's time for your number 3.
My number 3 is the ruination of Drake, which I hope sticks. For fuck's sake, please make it stick, because I can't see this man anymore, anywhere. He's trash. His music is trash. His personality is trash. He's a poser, and I don't like him saying nigga. I truly don't.
Yeah.
Got it. Hey, look, I got into it with Jordan a little bit on that. I don't like it. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're white, black. If you say it and I get a little thing in my stomach, you shouldn't be saying. Patrick Mahomes says it. I wouldn't like that. So like, so you know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Drake's in that category.
I
for me.
wouldn't also tag Kermit for being a black character.
Yeah. Right. Right.
You know,
He's not.
Mahomes-
I'm not gonna do that, but like, yeah, no.
Mahomes' wife may as well be Miss Piggy.
Fuck. I mean, goddamn, man, that's the worst fucking family I've ever seen.
So I don't know. One of you can tell me the story behind this song, just on the note of being anti-Drake.
Yeah.
Because I'm not very familiar with Drake in general. Because
shouldn't be.
I was
he's
gonna
got
say,
like
so you're intelligent.
Yeah.
You're
like,
a man of class.
like
With taste.
Like he appears in my like music playlist. Like I meant like scrolling shuffle once every 5 years. Like I remember Bedrock 2005.
Jesus
Just a
Christ.
feature on that one.
Yeah.
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 Skip. Marvin's Room. Skip.
God, yeah, you managed to avoid a lot.
Yeah, a Hotline Bling.
Fuck.
Skip. Like
The crazy thing
It's
is,
like 5 years apart.
the only Drake that I have in my like repertoire is when he's featured on Bun B's Trill album. Because there was, I think it was Trill 2.
Yeah.
Like was when, I forgot who it was, and it wasn't Wayne. It was somebody else who had like discovered Drake.
Yeah.
And then like he
Birdman.
just-
Wasn't it Birdman?
No, Jay
No.
Prince.
Jay Prince, there you
Jay
go.
Prince,
It was Prince. And so Jay Prince, tight with Bun, got Drake on the album.
That's why he loves Houston so fucking much. That's why he signed his contract.
Oh, bro,
And I'm like, motherfucker,
fucking
if you
hate that
don't
this
you
fucking
talk,
dick-
I don't want him to say my city's name.
Bro, fuck that man.
Yeah, he's fucking garbage,
fuck that
man.
He's worn like 20 different jerseys in the time that I've seen him.
Because he's a poser, Mario. That motherfucker is an actor from Toronto. Like, that's what he is.
Yeah.
Like, that posing shit, man.
He's a whitewashed actor from Toronto.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
like,
because-
fuck, man. Like, I hate that shit.
Well, TikTok sends me Mexican memes, so I don't know the story behind this song at all.
Baby chula, tell me now.
I don't know what
He's jumping on everything. He's jumping on some really stupid shit. It's wild, man. Because you forget, like, not too long ago, like, yeah, Kendrick just dismantled him with basically a fucking EP.
It was, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's just a
100%,
straight up EP of diss tracks. Then I've never seen that done before. You see one, and it's done. You win, you lose.
Ray was like
it was like fucking cracking an egg with a sledgehammer.
Bro.
It was just like, nah, I'm beating this dead horse. I don't give a fuck. And he did. And like, this man is done. Like, he shouldn't be. And he sues? This bitch sues?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Get the
yeah.
fuck out of here.
Bro, couldn't pick the like whitest comeback.
Drake
like,
Drake is just, oh man. I was about to say some offensive shit. I'm just.
You can say it. The show's going to end.
100%.
the podcast is canceled next month.
You can say it. You can
He's
say it.
made up of pussy. Like, he's just a piece of shit. He is a bitch, and he just shouldn't show his face anywhere. Definitely don't come back to Texas.
Oh,
like,
bro.
just stay in
Well, he just
Toronto.
bought the fucking how many acres of land outside of Houston,
Fuck,
man. fucking cunt.
Jeez. Thank you. Yes.
I fucking hate that.
Yes, I co-signed that. But yeah, no, like he came out with a really shitty track after like the whole thing that was trash. Everything he's come out with after Kendrick just humiliated him has been garbage. And I just want him to go away. Just go away. Go the way of the baby. Just go the fuck away.
I just heard the baby on a Megan.
Man, that was a
Meg
fall.
Thee Stallion.
That was a hell of a fall. Deservedly so. Man.
I never understood the hype from the baby, but
Me either. Not
there's
mine.
like there's
never got it
definitely
either.
like a gap of music.
I
that-
never got that shit. Yeah, man. Especially rap. Like it's,
oh yeah, well, so like for I would say maybe since 2017, the only real rappers that I've like constantly followed, like Big Crit, Kendrick.
ones that have been around already.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Like it's like new. I don't know any good new rappers, man.
I mean, again,
genuinely
besides
don't.
Big
What,
X the Plug,
what,
like,
yeah, Big
I was
X
about to
Plug is
say,
good.
what counts as
It's
new?
a
Because
few
Mexican
mainstream.
OT has been
I was about
around.
to say more mainstream. And he's creeping into mainstream, but like no, the shit that they just put everywhere, like it's been not good.
Toby's good.
Toby is
Out of
good. I
Houston.
fuck with Toby. Yeah.
I love Toby. I haven't heard any of his new projects. Has he done?
Has he had any new?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Last one
It's a
I
good
remember
actor, too.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's on Mo. Do you ever see that show?
No.
Watch it. It's if Netflix still has like 2
Mumble
seasons
rap
of
killed
it.
the genre.
But like, yeah, it's Mo and Mia who's from Houston. And it's just like him. It takes place in Houston, so it's very
shit.
fucking Houston. Like they film it there, so it's like if you are familiar with Houston, like I know you are,
Yeah.
you'll be like, oh
I'm bet.
fuck,
All
man.
right.
yeah.
I'm about it. I need to check
hits.
that out.
It hits if you're from there for sure.
Well, what's your number?
It was that rap beef is back. That was my,
I wouldn't
Jamie
want
number 3.
After that, I wouldn't want to start rap beat with anyone.
Well, I mean,
If
but
that's now the limits of where we can go.
well, but that's the thing though. It's like after that, there's no more, Drake versus whoever the fuck or
He loses every battle he's in.
yeah, but it's like genuine. Like now, like Kendrick has cracked open the fucking can of worms, and you can't like get anything back in.
No,
like,
he's
it's
done.
Yeah, but that's it. It's like real beef is back, and like real like consequences are back, and it's like we're in a world of digital. We're in a world where everything's at the touch of our hands, and I think Kendrick beautifully used both rap consequences and then everything just at the touch of your hands. Melded it all together and just was like,
how many pop-up songs? I mean, the surprise songs.
Oh,
just
bro.
dropped.
I mean, within like hours.
Yes, back to it was
Insane.
just fucking crazy. It was beautifully done, man. Like that's masterfully done. I don't know what the next beef's gonna be, what rappers is gonna be between, but like
I mean, I think it's
that's
just
a
because. Well, here's the
masterclass.
thing. I think we're still reeling on the Kendrick beat.
Oh yeah, no, it'll be years.
Well, because not just that, because I mean, he is so monstrous that the reality is, and people are gonna. I'm gonna catch heat for this, I know, but he put Lil Wayne in his place.
He did.
He put Lil Wayne in his place,
Absolutely did,
and
yeah.
Lil Wayne is so many people's goats. Like
Yes.
he's a lot of our generation's people's goats. Our generation, right?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay. All right. But and Lil Wayne when also I can't stand Joe Budden. I'm sorry, but when he was like,
fucking podcast.
yeah, I heard I got direct news that Lil Wayne's in the booth right now. Blah blah. I'm like, all right, dude, come
Great.
on. Like,
Yeah, no.
we'll see what happens.
cares?
Didn't he
And
drop
then-
an album that
You
nobody
have to
cared about?
care.
Lil Wayne?
Oh,
Maybe.
little.
I think he dropped an album
He
in
might have.
2024 that nobody cared
like,
about.
Man, like Wayne, look, man, Wayne, you've done what you've done.
Yeah.
Amazing freestyler. I'm not gonna take any of that shit away. I consider him a legend.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think
Dude, he's
like
dropped
the
an
goat.
album almost every
it's
year.
done though. Like,
Oh yeah, 100%.
especially in the rap game, you gotta. Eminem dropped a fucking album.
Yeah, but
Not
Eminem's
good.
was that. Well, I heard it was actually.
Was it good?
That's what I heard. I don't know
Because the one
I
he dropped
don't know.
like out was not that good.
Okay, I don't.
Yeah,
His single was bad, for
So
sure.
see, here's the thing: Gen Z has a whole thing of hating Eminem. We still love Eminem, and it was like a whole,
Gen Z's a bunch of fucking
review
losers.
bombing type deal, probably. But like, I don't know. I didn't listen to it because, like, for me, man, at a certain point, like, you're just disconnected. Even if you still got the skill, you don't have the substance with it.
Yeah.
And like if you beef with him, that's what he wants, and he'll go. He will go
100%.
in, and I will listen to that. But if it's just him, his man's about to be a grandfather. Like it's just like, hey man, you are a legend. You did your thing. Same goes with all of them. Every last one of them. Mm-hmm. Jay's a little questionable now, but even Jay, I was surprised. What was it? What was the one album he came out with not too long ago that was actually pretty good? One with
not 444, right?
Story of OJ or some like shit like that.
Story of OJ.
Yeah, Story of OJ.
That was a long time ago, bro.
Wasn't that on 444?
Yeah, that's what it was.
444.
Yeah, that was a long time.
That was pre-COVID.
Fuck. Okay. Well, yeah. But that was his last one.
We talked about that on the podcast year 2. Like that was
it's been a rough
long.
Year. but no. But
we did talk about COVID being a black hole that makes time.
It's totally a black hole. But I consider that should be his last because that album shouldn't have been as good as it was. And it was just like, just let it. You accidentally did that. Let it go and stay there because it's just something with rap is once you lose once you have that disconnect, it's just it falls on deaf ears, man. It just it doesn't hit.
I mean, I think it's also just the consequence of not being connected with the community anymore, though. But that's why, and I'm I don't. However much I don't think Bun's new stuff is hits as much as I would like it to, or as I know a whole bunch of the old OG Trill albums did. Cadillactica was still solid.
Yeah.
And he's doing a whole bunch of new work with I forgot what he's calling it, but it's essentially it's the art's always badass because it's Texas and mashed in with another state.
Yeah.
And so there was one that he did with somebody from New Orleans, then somebody from New York. But he has helped continue to mentor all these.
Oh yeah, guys. No, he's
and so therefore he's still very lively in the in the game, and he's
and Trillburger is amazing.
I haven't fucking tried it yet.
Good. It tastes like Jubilee burgers. They taste very similar.
Damn.
But yeah, that shit's good. Highly. If you in Houston, and you run across one, stop by.
I gotta try. All right, but yeah, no. So Rap B's back, and I would love for it to just come collapsing down on Drake and everybody who still is fanboy and supportive of him during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Just
man, on the biggest stage, fuck it, I'd do it.
And then the announcement for it. There's no round twos when winning the championship. Fucking
love it.
Done. It was a pretty good battle, even just for the soul of rap to be, because Drake's on the pop side.
He's a pop star.
Yeah, 100%.
Not a rapper.
Who was it that said that he's a Target rapper?
Oh no, but that's great.
Yeah, was it? Oh man, I don't
so many people hate this man.
Fuck.
So it's no tell. I remember DMX couldn't stand him.
Well, there was a lot of people that were
R.I.P. man.
Drake at Target with TikToker. Well, that's not going to help. But yeah, we're going to take a brief break, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, we are back. So I didn't want to talk too much and interrupt you too much about WrestleMania being one of the factors, one of your top 5 things that happened. And that's just because my number 2 is going to Philadelphia.
Oh shit!
So I was in Philadelphia WrestleMania.
What? Yeah. Holy shit!
Wow! I didn't know you went to Philly.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
When'd you go to Philly?
I went to Philly WrestleMania weekend. So was it April or something?
Yeah, it was end of April, I think. Yeah.
Start of April.
How was that experience?
Okay, yeah.
I think you missed this because, at that point, you were probably off the podcast for a little bit.
Yeah, it was my gap.
Yeah, your gap year. Sam's been on one too, and all right, it happens. TJ will take a gap vacation
many times.
But I went to Philadelphia with Jordan.
Oh, it's the city.
Yeah. No football to watch or anything. The WrestleMania event itself was at Eagle Stadium, so I didn't actually go to that. But I did do a lot of wrestling related things. I went to and caught. So GCW will sell something, it costs $300, but then you can go to all the wrestling events that they have, including Bloodsport, a 100-man battle royal that happens on Saturday. That's kind of a big fuck off party. and then a whole bunch of GCW other events. But it was a lot of fun. And also, in general, the city of Philadelphia is super underrated for me, honestly.
I hear nothing good about Philly.
I mean,
I think those are coming from pussy New Yorkers.
They hate them.
Yeah, well, that's what, man. So I want to go to Philly because I've heard so many things of it just genuinely being like a blue collar fucking.
Yeah, I love
like,
a blue collar city.
And that's the fucking best, man. It's like so that I've heard the eats are great there. The like if you do it right, the nightlife can be like really cool there. But yeah, I've heard mostly really good things about Philly. Yeah.
Shit.
so here's I know she's asleep.
Put that
so I
on
can
the
say
list.
it. So something that doesn't get said a lot. So I've never been too big on a lot of the West Coast outside of like Washington to a place that I want to visit.
Yeah.
TJ will himself tell stories about how he hates San Francisco.
He does. All the time.
And one of my favorite writers talks about how the girls in San Francisco are like they're the 69ers. Like as a play on the 49ers.
Yeah.
But it's a city with so few women that the sixes act like they're nines.
Damn. Holy shit.
Good God, yeah.
Wow.
And that came from a person that lives in San Francisco for a long time. Whereas the East Coast has the opposite problem. There's 2 or 3 girls for every guy.
I can see that, yeah.
And when I was talking to the first game of the football season, me and Jordan ended up talking with a dude from Philadelphia that was really excited. I didn't know that, and I didn't put this together. Saquon Barkley went to Penn State.
Yeah.
So they were really excited to get their
didn't think
homeboy.
about that, yeah.
Oh wow! I didn't even know
notice
that. Holy shit! Wow, you're
Holy
right.
fuck, yeah. I did not. This entire
he went
time
home.
I never knew that.
Fuck yeah! Seriously.
I never noticed that, yeah.
Yeah, they were really
God
excited to
damn.
get their cat back,
Yeah.
basically.
Wow.
He's killing it.
Yeah. And that's right. Well, so not to get too off topic. So I loved it how last week the Giants took themselves out of first place
To fourth.
to fourth.
Yeah.
Then simultaneously, Saquon that game broke 2,000 yards,
Yeah.
and then until it was announced that he's going to sit out, he had the chance to break the record against the Giants this week.
I know. I was hoping he would have done that.
But
man.
hey, it's smart move.
That would have just been. I mean, that would have just been the perfect cherry on top of that whole thing.
Yeah.
But when they were talking about that, they were talking about everything that we brought up. That it was like the food there was amazing. It's cooler.
Oh yeah, I do remember you guys.
Yeah.
That's if you had the Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah, which were overrated.
That's what I hear.
Apparently, there's better places to get Philly cheesesteaks. But we had a conversation later that was like, you know what? A Philly cheesesteak is actually hard to make. Like, there's
is
not
very hard
a
to
lot of places that are like, because Jew Boy Subs makes a Philly cheesesteak. It's not great. It's just
No place
good.
I've been to
Yeah.
has made a good Philly cheesesteak. Like anywhere. Texadelphia? Nothing. Yeah, that's supposed to be the whole point of that place.
Huh.
See?
Yeah, I'm
It's
trying to
the-
think, and I'm like, I usually actually just stay away from them.
Yeah, it's too hard
the
to do.
1 or 2 spots that I've had, I'm just like,
Yeah, man. Like I don't know, I avoid them completely now. If I see it on the menu, I'm like, nah, I'm good. I can't risk it.
But we went to a place that was called Max Tavern, like right after we landed. We still had our bags with us and everything. We met into like one of the funniest bartenders that we ever had. She was giving us free drinks, telling us where to go. And just in general, I like going to old cities, I think is
You
what
do.
it is. Like
Chicago's is probably going to be the next one that.
I've been to Chicago.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
my
I'm
favorite
gonna
city in
probably-
America.
I'll ask you about
Yeah.
places to go see. But no, you sold me on Chicago because I was not really sold.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I mean, it sounds violent.
You know what's funny? Yeah, that's what the thing that I think is funny about Chicago is that like if you haven't been, you probably hate it, and then
Absolutely.
it's like
It gets
across
the
the,
worst
political,
rap. Yeah.
across the political spectrum, liberals and conservatives hate Chicago. They're like, I don't know.
Yeah.
about it."
Illinois is actually a really nice state from what I hear. I was like, yeah, I don't think I'll go there.
But it was really funny because one of the first things that we did was we saw Bloodsport, which is made by Josh Barnett, a former MMA fighter. And it was weird because it was filled with celebrities. Like, that's William Regal's son right there.
What? No shit.
Yeah. And then, like, if it's
I remember Josh Barnett. Yeah. Is this what he's doing now?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And it's weird because, like, that's the arena. It's filled with, like, a whole bunch of wrestling nerds. And then, like, there was actors and CM Punk because they...
That shit looks fun.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because Bloodsport, like, it markets itself as, like, something different.
Yeah.
Like, it's in general a hard-hitting MMA, but it's fake MMA, a fight kind of thing. Like,
okay, you want to hit these forms
with the winner being predetermined, and then...
Beautiful suplex.
That was actually probably the best wrestling match I saw, and it was between two Japanese dudes that I don't remember.
I've always been waiting for that one, like, huge, like, kind of international wrestling organization that just brings, like, Libre and fucking Japanese fighters, like, all in one kind of arena. That would be cool.
Well, that's what AEW does.
Is that what they do? Yeah. Why the fuck am I not watching?
I was gonna say
everything I keep asking for. You're like AEW. That's what you need to. Man, I'm really gonna have to check that shit out because I remember the clip you showed of Sting and that one really psychotic fucking guy,
Darby.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I was like, this dude's nuts.
That was the same match. That was his retirement match.
Yeah. That shit was insane, man. I was like, fuck.
Well,
I don't know if I can handle it now. We'll see.
Well, and then the women's hardcore matches are...
They have women's hardcore matches?
There's like a match where this chick, she goes and she's wearing like booty shorts. Oh yeah, that one, bro.
That shit is so fucking brutal, man.
Well, she's like wearing
God damn.
like, booty short tights, and she goes and she power bombs a chick onto tacks, and so the other chick is like backs in the tats, but she lands.
So like legs fully exposed. God
in these things and tries to pin, and it's intense.
That's one thing I've never seen.
Bro,
the women's hardcore
The women
match.
are legit in that
Bro.
shit. The women in WWE are.
That is everything I want in my wrestling. How long has this been around? Because I feel like I wasted a lot of time.
So January 1st was 6-year anniversary of the announcement of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on this shit, man. I'm gonna watch this tomorrow. Especially if it's on fuck.
Oh yeah, there you go. God. Yeah, ladder match. Yeah, look, she's all busted up.
But yeah, no,
that's awesome. Yeah. God, man. That's what wrestling's supposed to be.
Man. Yeah.
That's what it's about.
Look, there you go.
Oh my God. Holy shit.
Man. And I love Tony Khan's who's the owner of AEW and founder. His loyalty to keeping kayfabe, because it was like I forgot what pay-per-view it was, but it was earlier this year in April, and he got put through a table, and so he went to the hospital and the whole thing.
He showed up to the NFL draft wearing a neck brace.
His brother is the owner of the fucking Jags.
Oh
yes!
Holy those cons!
Yeah.
Oh my God! Okay,
so they're in the fucking war room, and Khan, the owner, just like this, and then here goes dorky ass fucking his brother with just fucking his neck brace, all hey, I'm here, fucking.
Oh my
God! Table last night.
The cons are crazy. Okay, fuck.
Yeah,
that's awesome, man.
Oh yeah. Tony Khan is doing exactly what I think. There you go. Yeah, boom. Yeah, there's his brother right behind him, just like.
And with the number 4 pick, we saw. Oh man.
Oh man. Yep.
But yeah, no. Honestly, the city of Philadelphia had really great food. Had a lot of fun standoffish people. We did go to Arena 2300. That's why I knew the answer to where the ACW was. Then we did random shit. First of all, I didn't know gambling was legal in Pennsylvania.
I didn't know that either.
I didn't know that.
They had a casino, and at the casino I saw Lana.
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
There was some other people there that I was like, oh, there's famous people here at this casino. Our Rob Van Dam was there.
Hey.
And then we went to the ECW arena to finish watching like the pay-per-view, and we saw people like the Blue Meanie.
Oh man!
Wow.
Damn.
Sandman was there. Like
Al Snow there.
Al Snow was not there. But yeah, there was a lot of people. And I mean, it's a city that me and Jordan always talk about going back, but I've always been told that's the mark of a good vacation. Like,
leave it.
See most of the world, but like, if you left at a point where it's like, damn, that was super dope, and I'd like to go back to do X, Y, and Z, leave it and then just move on to the next kind of thing.
Some cities,
I don't know, man. Yeah, I don't know about that.
I've been to New Orleans like 6 times. I still haven't done everything.
Nah,
that's a city to go back to. I hope everything goes well there too.
I'm well, all right. I'm not gonna talk about that one, but yeah, no, the attack that happened. Yeah. But no, I love New Orleans. I would go back to Philadelphia. The only city that I've been to that I'm like, ugh, I hated this was Boston.
That's
really
fitting. Now that fits.
Yeah,
that would never fucking go. I don't care if you like it. I'm not going to that fucking place.
Interesting.
So Boston is it's funny because I don't dislike it for the reason.
Is like an outskirts of Boston.
Maybe you had a better experience, but
I love Chelsea, but Chelsea is also like the edge of the black and Puerto Rican barrio. So that's probably why I like it.
See,
a little bit more.
When I was there, it was like the worst parts of Austin. It was like I was in Lakeway. Like all I saw was a whole bunch of tech bros.
Really? Whoa!
Really?
Holy shit!
Like I went to Fenway Stadium and everything.
Trash.
Yeah.
God damn.
And it was funny because I thought I was going to run into like a whole bunch of Bill Burrs. No.
Nah. Just shitty people also?
Yeah.
Yeah, that fits. That fits. Yeah, man, that's one city I have shat on for so many years, and I'm still happy to shit on it. Fuck that city, man. I will
New
never
York
step
City
foot.
is my fuck no. Ever.
Really?
Ever again. Never fucking again, bro.
See, that's
ever,
my girl hates fucking New York.
I fucking hate New York City. My wife so bad wants to go, and I'm like, cool. You and your friend can go. I'm never going.
No, I don't want to go.
I'm never.
Like I never
going
wanted to go. Like it's stacked, just people stacked on fucking top of each other, man. And I feel like it smells bad. 100%. I feel like it's like you can't not hear noise. Like you will never get silence.
Oh
ever.
yeah, no, bro.
And that freaks me the fuck out. I can't handle it.
Just on the note of what Bransdale brought up, I almost went to. So before I got the new job, I was planning to go to Vancouver. Toronto and Montreal are also on my list of like I need to be there in the next 5 years.
I hear Vancouver's fucking nice.
That's what I hear too.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was a cutoff or if there was a law change, but I don't. As of last year, I don't think I'm ever allowed to go to Canada.
What the fuck?
Yeah, if you have like certain arrests.
Yeah. You can't
go.
You cannot. That is true.
Everyone's talking about Montreal, and it's funny because I was hearing Montreal wasn't that fun because it's in Quebec, isn't it? Am I wrong about that? I think it's in Quebec.
Yeah, I heard Quebec's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
but I
great.
still keep hearing Montreal is amazing. So I
don't want to do Montreal.
Well, literally the chat is saying Montreal is so good.
I don't
Montreal
know.
is really dope.
Well, all right, I trust the chat.
Yeah.
I don't trust the chat. They said New York was great. Well, so actually,
literally,
upstate's
Upstate New York's probably nice.
Great.
Yeah.
Buffalo is fucking amazing.
I heard Buffalo's nice. Yeah,
I love Buffalo.
I think Niagara Falls is there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So right that's
well. Tommy, what's your number 2?
Number 2 is hold on. Oh damn, we really ran through these. My favorite movie of the year.
Oh really?
Yeah. Which was The Substance. It's fucking batshit crazy. It's one of the best viewing experiences I've ever had watching. I mean, in years. Like, I love that movie, man. That shit. I didn't know much about it going in, and maybe that helped a lot with it. I was not expecting the shit that I saw. And you're a horror movie fan. I highly recommend
and it was funny because so on one note, a lot of people are saying this is one of the best years for horror.
Yeah.
On another note, Jordan wasn't too impressed by The Substance.
I fucking loved it, man. Yeah. I like wacky, crazy. Wacky is a way to put it. Like, it's just so fucking nuts in that ending to me. It's just like, yeah, that's great. Just, yeah, do that. Do that thing. And it to me, it was a fucking ride. And again, I didn't know much about it going in. I just heard people talk about it. I didn't know the plot. I didn't know any of that shit. And then going in, it has a purpose. It's one of those horror movies that actually has something to say. And like it says it, and you get it. And it's just gross and it's fun. And you know I love body horror shit. So TJ should not watch this at all. But yeah, if you like body horror, you have to watch this fucking movie.
So
I'm down.
yay or nay, smile.
Huh?
Smile.
Me?
Yeah, not the movie. The movie. Yeah. So yay or nay, smile.
Smile was okay.
Okay.
Smile 2, I think, is okay too. Like they're two okay movies. Heretic is kind of up there.
I wanted to see that one so bad.
Yeah, Heretic is good. It's really good. This one edged it out because that would have been my number one horror movie. But like, no, this was like just my favorite movie of the year. Like just completely.
See, I wanted to see Werewolves too. I
heard good things about werewolves.
At Corey's party, I met a dude that did the effects for it.
No shit. Okay.
I've not seen anything about it. Like, really, I know it's like
popping up everywhere, and I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, it's such a generic name and just cover. I kind of overlook it.
It's also going to be in Hulu probably in 3 months.
Absolutely. It's Frank Grillo. All his shit goes to Hulu.
Well, yeah, like I'm looking at Abigail. Like Abigail is on Hulu, and it's
okay.
That's where it's going to fall.
Yeah, Abigail's okay.
I like
Cuckoo was pretty good.
I saw Sting.
Longlegs was fucking crazy. Longlegs
I need to watch it, man. I don't.
It's very Seven. Like if you like Seven, that should be the thing you go to next because it links
Seven, the OG one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it's the same. To me, it's the same vein kind of as that.
Really?
Yeah. A little more supernaturalish, but like just the aesthetic, like just the drabness of like this shit looks miserable. I don't want to be in the FBI or I don't want to be a cop in whatever city that is in Seven. Like it's like that to where like it's just like this miserable bleakness, but I like bleakness when it's for a purpose and it works in Longlegs. But yeah, no, Longlegs is probably like number 3 horror movies for me. But yeah, this one, that one, I don't know, it resonated with me.
Kind of funny on this note, I also heard VHS Beyond was the.
I saw that one. That was good.
Whoa,
that was good.
Oh shit! I love the.
That might be the best one, honestly.
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah,
like, VHS. I think it had 2 bad ones. I think since the last time I saw it.
Well, so there was
It's like 5 now, right?
There's a lot.
Yeah.
I only know about maybe 4 of them. Which one was the one with the demon baby? That was the second one.
They probably have several with demon baby.
I think that was the second or third one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For whatever reason, those are movies I keep up with. I like the short form.
Tommy keeps. I mean, no, Jordan keeps up with them too because he's like
he's a horror guy.
Yeah, and he has the horror thing where Thriller, I think, or whatever.
Oh, Shudder.
Yeah.
The damn hard.
Shudder. I mean, if you can afford it, yeah,
it's $5
still.
It's cheaper than Hulu, really.
Sometimes these days, Marco.
Actually, on that note, I should probably cancel. I should cancel Hulu tomorrow. The problem with Shudder is that I bought their TV show. No, I bought Shudder, and then I saw their TV show, and I'm like, I am a dude that's okay with cheesy, hokey things. Yeah. This looks bad. And it was the TV show. I forgot what it was.
Creep Show?
Creep Show.
Yeah, they did not have a lot of money. They didn't have a lot of money at all.
Which one was the one that it was all? Wasn't it also a Shudder show where it was the little girl was like a vampire and she was being raised by she was like a Mexican kid and she was like being raised by like a regular dad or something like that. I don't know. It was like a Mexican family. She becomes like a vampire.
Oh, that was Showtime, I think.
What's the Showtime?
Yeah. That was Let the Last One In, the show.
Okay. Oh, they gave that a show.
They gave it a show
and an American remake movie.
Yep, they did. That shit flew under the radar. I forgot all about that until you brought that shit up.
Literally, the only reason why I remembered it was because the main actress, the little girl, I had just seen. I had just seen with my wife on America's Got Talent. She was a singer.
No shit.
Yes, and she was like super weird. She was somebody who like. Apparently during like their commercial breaks, the AGT is like, "Oh, hey, did anybody like want to sing a song or something?" And so they walk into the crowd legitimately, and this little girl like she was like, "Oh, I'll sing something," and she sang, and they were like,
"Get on the stage."
Yeah. And so like they were like, "No, stop!" And so they came back to camera or from commercial, and they were like, get on stage and sing, and she made it pretty far. I think she was somebody's golden buzzer.
No shit.
Yeah, and then went completely MIA, and fucking 2-3 months later, I was like, this little shit over here, she was just on fucking American's Got Talent.
Multi-talented.
Yes.
I mean, that's what most kids are these days.
Gotta be. Yeah. They gotta eat. There you go.
I will say, the last note of movies from last year, a lot of people surprisingly thought
That
The Crow
shit was horrendous.
It was bad?
Oh, my God. It's probably one of the worst of the year, easily. Mostly because of FK Twigs. She didn't
This year has Craven.
Forgot all about it. That one I did not see, and I refused.
And they have the one with the Spider Women. I forgot what that movie was called.
That was bad.
Yeah, that's right.
That shit should be done now, right? Like, we're done with these?
Yeah, Craven was the last one.
God damn, thank God.
There's a word that they're either gonna sell Spider-Man completely back to
Marvel. They need to.
Disney, but
Disney,
or they're going to do like a full on free reign partnership with Disney to do.
They can just let that shit go. They can't.
Yeah, man, because I don't know what the fuck they're doing.
I don't know
but it
what
ain't
they're
good.
doing. And real, I'm sorry. Like
Venom,
these people make millions of dollars. Emiliano, and you don't have the wherewithal to make a Sinister Six movie. If you're gonna do something with villains, just do one big one. Miles Morales, I assume they own Miles Morales too, right? Was that one a little iffy?
Here's the thing. I think that's technically iffy.
Yeah.
That's also, I think, but I've also kind of heard that that's also supposedly why there's some like postponement for the next
introduced. Yeah. Because I mean, they make Spider-Verse, so like, why the fuck can't they make a live action version?
Yeah.
And plus, you had momentum coming out of No Way Home. You could have made a fucking Amazing Spider-Man 3 that I'm pretty sure a lot of people, I would have watched that shit.
Oh yeah,
because he rejuvenated me wanting to see him as fucking Spider-Man. You could have done that. These are the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever seen.
Oh no, 100%.
Almost as stupid as whoever's in charge of Star Wars. Like, it's fucking insane how these people
I didn't know they had a fucking show that was out.
Skeleton Crew. Hey, it's actually pretty good. I'm out.
I thought it was Outlanders.
After the
Outsiders or Out.
We can't keep up anymore.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, they keep announcing shit that doesn't get made, and then the shit that they do make, no one cares about. Like, Acolyte was fucking awful.
Really?
That shit is terrible, man.
What?
Acolyte had the best fight scenes, but the story
amazing
was
fight
bad.
scenes. But like, it's not even with that. It's not worth it. Some of the best characters.
Yeah.
At least a couple. Like, old boy is amazing in it.
Which one?
The Korean
Soul?
dude.
Yeah, old boy from Good Place. Like, I forgot. Manny Jacinto is his real name. Fucking amazing character that you would love to see.
The main villain?
Yeah. That you would love to see him in other shit, but it's like, you were the only good thing in this, and I just don't care anymore.
Yeah, bro, these fights were gruesome.
Those fights were dope. Like, they put a lot of effort into the fights, finally. But like, everything else sucks so goddamn hard, it just didn't matter.
I'm trying to get to where he fights the little girl.
That's a good one. No, like old boy kills a Jedi. Oh yeah, that's the part where he just, oh man, that was a brutal ass.
Oh yeah,
death.
with the little girl, he just turns off.
He just turns off. Yeah. It's just like, oh fuck. Yeah, but he's done for.
I have it.
Oh boy, learned English for this. Like, legitly.
Yeah, seriously.
And that shit got the first show to get canceled. First Star Wars show to actually get canceled was that. It's a long ass fight scene.
Just get it to her.
She gets got, man.
Oh,
like,
man.
I've never seen. That's probably one of the most brutal Star Wars deaths you'll see. God damn. I didn't think they could show. The way they did it was like.
Bro, yeah, it was intense.
Fuck, man.
Yeah, I was like, oh, there you go. Oh no.
No, they're like, nah.
All that just to cut it.
But yeah, no, great fight choreography. It just, man, it's bad, dude. And like, they don't know what the fuck to do. Like, they are lost. Taika Waititi was supposed to do it. They canceled that. Like, all the shit that they mentioned before has been canceled. Like that Rogue Squadron movie that I was hyped for that because I played that game. Canceled. Like, well, y'all just don't know what the fuck you're doing. So, I don't know. Can I give them a thumbs down for the year?
You give me a thumbs down as the worst thing that you saw.
Dishonorable mention, Star Wars.
We're gonna watch the whole fight again?
There you go. Oh, yeah. That shit came out of nowhere. You was like, oh my God, okay.
Yeah, that was like the best part of the whole.
It really was.
Yeah.
That's the scene of the entire series. Is just that badass death.
Which didn't realize that was X-23.
Yeah, no. Well, I didn't realize that either.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
And also, I'm sorry, real quick. Fuck them for like teasing Darth Plagueis because that should have been the first fucking time because that's what we wanted when we found out this shit was set back way back. If you're a fan of Star Wars, you get it. But like, I'm done with them, man. Like they just fucked all over that.
You do remember that you
franchise.
see him for like 3 seconds, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. My other gripe with, or my gripe with Star Wars is the same gripe that I had with all of the like surrounding things and shows and games and whatnot that came after Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
Because it was like, you're done with the original 6 Avengers.
Yes.
Fucking move on. The game that came out afterwards, after Endgame, and it was the original 6 Avengers, I'm like, you missed an opportunity to do something. We're over these guys.
That's it.
We don't care about it anymore.
You ended that story.
That's done. Like, half of the
You
team
had
is
nothing
dead
else.
or retired. Like, that's it.
Yeah.
My thing with Star Wars is the same thing. We got the end of the fucking Skywalker saga, bro.
Man.
We don't need anything
characters
before
that I've seen. I'm done.
But this is also why I'm like, I don't care about any of the past stories because guess what? Everything leads to the same point.
Yeah.
It's the chosen one. The chosen one.
Luke is still coming somewhere,
bro,
going in the past. Like it's just, let's move. How about 1,000 years ahead after Rey? Let's see what you know what I mean.
But that's
start from scratch.
And that was another movie that was like supposedly, and maybe still is rumor. I don't know, but it's supposed to be like
canceled too. I'm sure
it's like 50 years after Rey's done. But now she still is a Skywalker.
Yeah.
I mean,
but we're still in that Skywalker shit. And it's just like, we're done with that. Okay. How hard is it to... Andor is fucking amazing. Go with that. Whatever you did there, do that shit. Because that shit's so good. It's good in spite of you. It's not... Like, I almost wish Andor wasn't a Star Wars show. It was just a regular, just space opera show.
That's the issue that I'm noticing with a lot of shit. Like, The Acolyte, if you just call it something else...
It would have been probably better. Yeah, switch it up a little bit. It would have been better. Like, you keep putting all this dumb shit in Star Wars when you just need to make a good story. And, like, the reason Skeleton Crew works is because it's just for kids. It's like those old... It's Goonies in space. And I'm like, great. Sell that. You got it. And it's very simple. It's probably the simplest Star Wars story told. And I'm like, okay. I get it. It's nothing convoluted, complex about it.
So we're keen to bring it up, like fans don't want people to change. I don't think that's true, like really, and it's something that is being force fed to American audiences. But there's still an element of like, when it comes to like foreign movies and anime, it's like, I'll watch this new fucking shit all the fucking time,
all the time.
Yeah. But
I don't know. I'm over it.
Very
I'm over
disappointed.
Star Wars.
Well, what is your number 2?
I think it's like definitely niche for like just me in personally, but the explosion of Texas whiskey. We out of Texas have put out a lot of record breaking and gold award winning and like just all 3 major categories for awards this year: Master Distiller, Master Blender, and Distillery or Craft Distillery. All 3 of those went to Texas Distillers.
Nice.
And then Still Awesome, the distillery that I work for, we landed top 20 in the world's best whiskeys. So, it just, a little bit more niche to me specifically, but if you're in some of those like realms and circles, Texas whiskey fucking exploded. And this year's Texas Whiskey Trail, or last year's Texas Whiskey Trail, was, I think, kind of just the first sign of it. It was just, it was something that got rained out, but we were all still showed up and showed out, and it was like really kind of just, I think, the beginning of a whole bunch of crazy and really fun shit to come. But I know it's very niche to me again, but it's the world of spirits industry, just it's not gonna die,
No,
it's not going. It's really not going anywhere, man. I mean, and I'll say this: I think the places that are the theory of places struggling and like there's belief amongst like people who I think are just kind of like outliers and very uninformed about the community and who owns what. They think that there's going to be a collapse in the spirits industry, specifically whiskey industry. And it's really not a collapse, but people who are definitely impatient and like trying to do the buyout now. I mean,
are all millennials going to die off or some shit?
Well, I mean, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Good. Yeah. To go.
Well, and at the same time, it's like, it's the reality that places who put a lot of money into thinking that they're going to get rich immediately, those places are going to die out because they were poorly managed. Right. And then the places that don't understand the longevity of having to wait and that this is definitely a slow grind industry, those places are becoming impatient and cutting back on certain things. But, somebody's going to drink.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to drink. It's still going to be there. People, I mean, the industry is just growing and growing and growing, specifically in Texas. If you're somebody who knows your shit, you have job security in the industry, again, specifically in Texas. And the more relationships you create, it'll just keep you fucking flying everywhere. So, yeah, very niche to me, but in my like industry and space, but it was a crazy fucking year, and it's gonna get
even crazy.
Yeah, even crazy.
It is a thing I'm looking forward to in 2024.
Yeah.
Ain't a lot. So
April 12th. Texas Whiskey Festival.
Hey.
Yeah. We do a little. Yeah. I'm working on tickets.
Okay.
For the crew, so we'll work it out. But April 12th.
Nice.
Well, I got two honorable mentions that I wanted to get through real quick. One of them is it's a TikTok channel of all other things. I found them this year. They've been around for a while, and we've been shitting on Gen Z a lot. And I actually feel sometimes like I miss the boat a little bit. Like, how most people are like, "Oh man, I was born in the wrong generation. I was born too late."
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I was born too early.
I can see that.
Because Gen Z is mean as fuck.
Yeah.
And, like, the way that they digest media, because at this point, like, and it's a funny thing that I was thinking about on the way here, and I know there's people that are an exception to it, but, like, if somebody tells me that they have they, them pronouns and they're a millennial, I think they're doing it for an attention sometimes. But if they're Gen Z, 100%, yeah, you've done the research. You understand this. But like a 35, 36-year-old man.
Well, they can hitch their wagon on too, right? I mean, that's the whole point. Gen Z opened it up for everyone, whether they liked it or not, but they did.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. a little bit. I get what you're saying.
I don't even know if I want to give them that credit, though.
Gen Z?
I feel like,
I don't want to give them credit for anything.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like the whole opening to that kind of field was like us, like, hey, you can do this.
Definitely,
and then,
I mean, we started most of.
Bro, the reality is, and I don't want to sidetrack, but the reality is, Gen Z are our younger siblings, and that we like protected from like our toxic elders, and then we're like, you can do anything free, and
or
then,
like our nieces and nephews.
And then but
instead of that,
ready for parents.
They usually sit there and they're like, well, shit, everything's fucked. So they know the language, they know the meanings, they know all this other stuff, but they're just kind of sitting in this economic dysphoria the same way that we are.
They were born in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the crazy shit about it.
No, they chose it. We were born in it. Molded by it.
We were 90s kids.
I'm sorry. I was doing a big. I was doing a big thing.
We're 90s. I mean, 90s is nice. That shit was nice.
I understand 100%. This can be annoying. But for me, I find it hilarious. The way they use all the language, the way they shit on people. Like, it's literally a skit.
It is you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does fit you very well.
It's a skit about a polycule of 12 people, and all they're doing is, like, trying to get by.
Yeah.
And I try to find another one that like kind of showed like how it worked. And I found their Thanksgiving episode.
Oh man.
Giving toast to y'all, the biggest losers I've ever met.
Why we gotta be losers?
What?
You used the cheers to insult us without getting called out.
Oh, here goes Margo.
Dallas, your mac and cheese tastes like fascism and counterbalance that ass.
It's a family recipe.
Well, I'm glad your ancestors are dead.
Yo, leave D alone. Government putting microchips in the water. That's why the food sucks.
Reggie, you voted for Trump, right?
At 4 different polling locations.
Guys.
Fight the power.
Get out of here, no!
Why would you say that?
So much.
Because it's a white supremacist colonial holiday celebrating the mass murder of indigenous people.
Okay, I'm still not donating to GoFundMe.
Okay, go fuck yourself.
You know what? What the Pilgrims did was... Get the fuck out of here!
I'm not sure I'm sold, but I see the gist of it.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find another. Oh, this one's pretty funny.
It was just nothing. Darkness for 3 years.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, but it made me realize what I missed the most. Sunsets, the type of super soaker grippy you can only find in a situation.
That's real. That's real.
I know. Kanye's music.
Oh, actually, Kanye did.
Look, we're just really happy you're back, man. We miss you.
So, Maria, will you marry me?
Oh, we're dating?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
What do you mean by
God,
that?
what else did I miss?
Biden won, SZA Fine dropped the album, the Queen died. That's kind of it.
Okay, so 2020, 2021 was pretty
Oh,
Nice. All right.
And then the other one that I'm gonna get, and this is just an anime.
Interesting.
So I can't play too much or else we'll get fucking schlocked. But it's an anime where it's just 2 teenagers meet in high school. And it's funny because that's normally like, I'm tired of
Wait, what
fucking
is it
high
called?
school. Down to Down.
Down to Down. I heard great shit about Down to Down. I heard it's weird
great.
as hell, but
it's
yeah,
weird
great.
and it's great.
I've heard really weird shit about it.
Yeah.
Well, Dawn to Dawn is 100%. So it was like made for me 100% because it's 2 people that are really into paranormal.
Yeah, one's into ghosts and one's into UFOs. Right?
One's into ghosts and one's into UFOs.
That's this show?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Literally, the first episode is like, you're an idiot for believing in ghosts. Well, you're an idiot for believing in UFOs. And they send each other to a place where one sees UFOs all the time, the other one sees ghosts. And they both see the other paranormal event for the first time. And then from there, it goes on.
Interesting.
Adventure. Yeah, I need to watch that one, man. I heard good shit.
Is it on Hulu or do I have to watch?
It's on Hulu, Netflix, and...
It's everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Is it dubbed?
Yes.
All right. Fuck yeah, man.
And it's
I'm
also...
dyslexic. I don't do that sub shit.
I don't even know. I got a good dub. Hopefully it's a good dub because I can't.
That's also true.
Yeah, it's too much.
And I also do think it's funny that and it's not even Gen Z, it's the generation after them, that it's become it's become a whole fucking like dance thing for them. Like they do dance crazes for the intro and shit.
God damn.
What?
Yeah. Like that's not even the only one. Like there's like it's in the short section because that's where they make their money. But yeah, they make videos. They other people do the dances. Like yeah,
Interesting.
But yeah, do you guys got any honorable mentions?
I did. I have. I discovered 2 YouTube channels that have cheered me up greatly this year, and one is a dude named Zevi, XEVI. And he just tells stories, man. He's just one of those storytelling YouTubers that just random stories. You know, some true crime, some not, some just random shit. But he's a great storyteller to me. It's like his style doesn't really get old, and it's just like it's entertaining.
NBA YoungBoy was just sentenced to 20.
Oh,
he's amazing, man.
He's hilarious.
He is legitly.
He's hilarious without without the intention because he's just like, and it's like,
and this one gets wicked.
But wait, do you remember when Diddley? Oh, bro, yeah,
he's figured out how to do this, and he's a master at that shit.
Top, dog.
And it's just one of those like you could just go on, you could watch that shit for 30 minutes, man, and like not even realize like, oh fuck, I've watched like 8 of these. Let me go do do something else. And the other one I discovered was a channel called This Aged Great, which is they have like 10-minute videos, sometimes less than that. But since I'm such a film buff, they like they do some deep cut ass movies from like the 80s and shit of like movies that clearly did not age well in any way. And they just kind of he's described them to his friend, and they just critique them. He just critiques them, and his friend just kind of laughs.
That's a pretty good gimmick. I'm not.
It's a
gonna
great
lie.
gimmick, man. And it works so well. They just have like a Patreon. Like if you want the extended Patreon, nothing else. No podcast, no nothing. They give you a sample on YouTube, which is good enough for me.
Yeah.
But like, if you want more, they got that, and it's a great business model. But like, that shit's hilarious. Sometimes they did Crash. It's just like he nailed that shit. He's like, okay, so racism is good in this world, which it is. Which if you've never seen that movie Crash, like the racists win every time if you don't notice, and it's just like. What was the point of this fucking movie, man?
Wait, which one's Crash?
That's the one that won the Oscar that shouldn't have. It's the one with the racist cop.
Like when she was black.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He goes and fills up,
and then saves her from a
yeah, that's right. And then
so he's the good guy.
And then the
Mexican locksmith.
I give you your
I guess he fucked up the dude's lock, and the dude got robbed. So the dude gets a gun, goes to his house to kill him.
Yeah.
And the racist puts blanks in the.
Well, it was his daughter.
No, he was shooting. The daughter comes out, and you think the daughter gets shot. Yeah. But the gun that it was like a Muslim man.
Yeah.
Who gets the gun, but the fucking gun shop owner is racist, so gives him blanks. Hence why nobody dies. So the bad people in this entire world, they're the good guys in the world of Crash. It's just like they put that in such a way that it just made me fucking laugh. No one else has ever.
Oh my god! And then it ends with like the cop shoots
shitty
the
cop.
fucking. Yeah, he shoots the hitchhiking black. Yeah, and he's like, he was just trying to bring out his saint statue or something.
It's ludicrous. They shoot Ludacris or the other guy.
It was the other guy.
Yeah,
it was the other guy. Yeah. And then he just dumps his body off in the fucking God damn.
That movie is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah. He doesn't speak English that well, so that's even more tense because he's like, dude, you needed a new door. Yeah. He's like, cannot have this conversation again.
Yeah. And then the little girl runs out and
and everyone's freaking out because the racist gunshot.
Right, holy shit!
That movie's a fucking mess, man.
Well, yes, so it was that the gun shop owner gypped him and sold him half like actual bullets and half blanks. Yeah, but then the daughter of the Muslim guy was like. She saw the gun and she loaded it with blanks. Yeah. Yes, that's right.
That's how it goes.
God damn, I fucking forgot about that.
That shit was wild. That's a horrible movie.
Shit. Yeah,
it's a horrible fucking movie.
I'm like emotionally destructive for like absolutely
no reason. No reason. Nothing makes sense. It's no point really.
Who was Zoe Saldana's husband in that one? Was it? Was it? Howard? Was it?
Yeah, Terrence Howard. It was Thandie Newton. Yeah, Thandie Newton was Terrence Howard's wife. Yeah, she gets filled. Yeah,
wait, was it Thandie? Why did I think that was Zoe?
I mean, it was back in the day. They kind of.
I think Zoe is in it.
I think it was.
Is she in it too?
Yeah. No, Zoe's the wife.
No, it's Thandie.
Yes, because remember she's light skinned and she was like. They're like giving him a head in the car, and then he was like,
over, yeah,
you just hate that. Like you thought a white chick.
I think that was it's Thandie.
I'm just trying to.
It'll be at the beginning, probably.
No, because at the beginning it's. It starts with the Ludacris.
Oh yes, Ludacris and oh boy, I forgot fucking Sandra Bullock's in this
damn,
shit, and
bro,
Brendan
holy
Fraser.
Shit!
There you go.
Movie,
that's the part.
Oh, when they like search her.
It is Zoe. No, that's not. Holy shit! You're right.
They did look similar back then.
Yeah, they actually did. Wow.
That movie's terrible.
I remember
it's one of the most regrettable Best Picture winners in I think the history of the Oscars. That and Green Book.
Whoa, you didn't like Green Book?
No,
really?
I did not.
Why?
I don't like the white savior thing.
Oh, man. Okay. So
I get what they were trying to do. It's one of the look, Green Book over Crash any day of the week. Absolutely. Because I saw what Green Book was trying to do, but it was like I feel like that trope was just kind of like if it was 1998, it would have killed it. But it's like right now, it's like, oh man, I want to because performances are fucking great,
bro. They're
man,
great.
they are amazing.
So I just watched that movie over the summer.
Yeah,
and
I'm not as mad at that movie as a lot of people are.
Yeah,
I get it.
Well, and so I had heard.
I completely forgot that Ang Lee made Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah,
and I like thoroughly enjoyed it. I do understand the critique of the white savior.
Yeah.
Simultaneously, I feel like I needed. I'm probably just a victim of like needing to do more research on how the relationship initially actually was.
The real relationship.
Yeah, because
which from what I hear, it wasn't that way. Like, Old Boy was really not great. Viggo Mortensen, yeah, and the family did not approve of it.
Really?
Yeah. So
Hogan
that was the thing. That was
Brokeback
like,
Mountain shows range. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Like, this is when I was like a young film buff kind of thing, and I didn't know shit. This is kind of a bad year. Like,
that was a horrible year.
Good Night and Good Luck, Capote, Brokeback Mountain, Munich.
Munich was. I mean, out of all those, I would have picked Munich.
I love
Capote. Really any of them, but Crash.
But like,
Brokeback Mountain wasn't terrible.
Joaquin Phoenix is nominated for Walk the Line.
Didn't he win? Yeah, he won.
No, Paul.
Oh, Philip Seymour Hoffman won. Yeah, that's right.
Terrence Howard is nominated for
Reese
Hustle and Flow.
Witherspoon won. That's right. That's Jesus Christ. And the funny thing about Old Boy who won for Crash. I didn't even know
there was a Pride and Prejudice movie that year.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Syriana?
Man, The Constant Gardener is boring as shit. So if actually won for that, holy fuck. Yeah, no, you're right. That's a terrible year. And it's funny, the dude who made Crash, like that ended his career. He didn't make anything else after that.
Oh, shit.
It fucked his career up. And then he just kind of went crazy himself, so it just made it worse.
Yeah.
And it was just like, fuck, man. That movie's trash, and it truly needs to be forgotten.
I just remember seeing it with a whole bunch of film people, and they were like,
that was a real filmy year, right?
Yeah. And they were like, and then the snow at the end, because it represents the purity of an ending, and I was like, I hate that.
That was the least, like, that movie's pretentious as hell. Like, it's not complex in any way. Yeah. You had classics in there. Yeah, Brokeback Mountain's a classic.
Damn.
Like, you had that and you chose Crash.
So I understand that the Oscars is terrible, like, in general, when it really comes to picking animated films of all things.
Oh, it's all Pixar most of the time.
Well, yeah. This year, fucking Wallace and Gromit winning over Howl's Moving Castle.
That's insane. That's fucking insane. Any Studio Ghibli needs to automatically win.
I don't think it won till this year.
Oh, yeah, what was it? The Boy
the Boy and the Heron?
Yeah. Fuck. Good stuff, so yeah.
Might have won for Spirited Away.
I think it did win for Spirited Away, yeah.
Well, any other honorable mentions? I got one for you that you forgot.
I'm making this list as I go, so
I know,
what you say might be my number one.
Well, I just remember because when I had an Instagram, you would send me this all the time, and you were like, "Dude, I just love this meme."
Yeah, that's an honorable mention. Yeah. Damn, that was this year. Holy shit, dude. Wow.
Black hole of a year.
Wow. Yeah. My son still asks me, he's like, Ponte Pedro, papa. Ponte Pedro. And I'm like, oh my God, it's crazy. And then we'll be driving, and I just see him in the back, just like hands. I'm like, all right, my man, cool. Yeah, that's right. That was this year. Yeah, that'll be honorable mention. Jesus Christ,
solid. Yeah.
There was some solid like meme songs and songs that became memes, and like the Deadpool Wolverine song. It was there was a while where they're like, this song genuinely makes every scene more emotional.
Yeah,
and there was like clipping it to like the end of Sons of Anarchy, or I don't know, just other battle scenes, or there was a Black Hawk Down scene that they clipped the song to, and I was like, yeah, it really does. It's really, really fun. Yeah, damn, that was this year. Holy shit.
Well, my number one, and I got caught up in this wave too. It's actually one of the things that spurned us having a music show for a little bit. Was music is super marketed these days for the most part. Like, you get a whole bunch of industry plants, a whole bunch of
tons of them.
Yeah, a whole bunch of. We're gonna make very generic. Well, not generic, but we're gonna make a whole bunch of overproduced pop music, and it happens in every genre. So it was really surprising that a whole bunch of big population of America were like, no, I want a rock band. I want an old school, like, melt your face rock band. And the thing is, so many things have been commodified. Like, couldn't be a punk band, couldn't be a regular metal band, couldn't be a screamo band or anything. Had to be legitimately a hardcore band, because that's the only thing that hasn't really hit the mainstream ever. So Knocked Loose just went crazy this year. And they released one of the best albums. They had... Like, artistically, it's a really good album. But it played in so many different places that there are certain parts in May where more people were listening to Knock Loose than Taylor Swift, who also released a new album that month.
A lot of people are fans of that one.
Yeah. That is also true. A lot of people didn't like that Taylor Swift album because it had weird lyrics. But, like, when I saw, like, this meme, because they dropped, like, a random drum beat that has reggaeton influences. And when I saw, like, a whole bunch of construction workers made a TikTok.
What?
That's so bizarre. Okay.
Okay.
This is what happens when you introduce rock music to 2024. That's what happens.
But it goes on to a point where, like, the crescendo of how big it got was that they played Jimmy Kimmel at the end of the year.
What?
Damn. With Poppy, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting.
How we doing?
And it's raining and shit. Yeah.
That's wild.
That's nice.
That's like not quite Slipknot. But like just
it's in that vein.
Yeah, it's like
it's
just
for sure in that fucking vein. That's good shit.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting. Huh.
Let me see if
I don't even think
are we having more of these? I hope. You know what I'm hoping for in 2025? I don't know if it'll happen.
Yeah.
And you might not want it to happen, but I do. Can we get a new metal like resurgence?
Oh, dude, I saw something.
Well,
let me see.
Fucking Avenged Sevenfold just dropped. Bro, they're still rocking.
Are they?
Oh, they're
oh my god!
banging,
I need
bro.
to listen to that.
Oh man,
that was my era. Like,
yes,
man,
that was all new metal.
Man,
Dog, so we were in South Texas, and for whatever reason, I all of a sudden figured out that my phone gets service in Mexico now. So the hour-long drive from the border to where we were going to. I was just new metal going through a whole old new.
Man, I find myself
like,
just
Freak on a Leash. Bro, Disturbed.
Give me some Corn, give me some Papa Roach, some Limp Bizkit, man. Like, bro. I'm all about it.
Yeah,
that shit gets me hyped. Break stuff is still right behind Top's Drop. Break stuff is my hype song,
bro. Yes, man. Coming Undone.
Yeah,
with them franchise boys.
Man.
Oh, bro. Oh man,
that shit takes me back. That's too much. That's my nostalgia kick. Fuck, man.
Yeah,
that
man.
takes me back.
Dog, that shit was my. And doing that while you were playing NFL Street 2. Oh, bro.
Knock on the station. Come on, man. Fuck,
man. No, man.
I need some new metal now.
Yeah.
Man.
So Korn just dropped.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah, in 24. Avenged Sevenfold dropped. Disturbed, I don't know if they dropped, but they were on tour.
Yeah.
And then System of a Down, I think, is still working on.
Are they still okay? I'm about to say.
I don't know if this is in English, but I saw this clip on Twitter while I was at the gym, and I hope it's the same clip. And I don't even know what movie this is from, but it was hilarious when I saw it.
We lost him at the river.
Oh, Y2K. I need to watch
What's up, G? Who the fuck are you? I was somebody, but the old world, that's gone. Their faces, their screams. I can still hear
voice sounded familiar. I was like, is that Fred Durst? Of course it's Fred Durst. That's dope. That's a good cameo.
She like lectures him. That was the clip that I saw. That wasn't even the one that I played, but it was just like, this red hat used to mean something. And he puts it on. And he's like, yeah, like, and it's like Luke grabbing the lightsaber, and he's like, yeah, let's go break stuff. I was gonna say, and then just on the note of just another thing that went viral that was a little crazy. And this one actually started a little bit of a satanic panic for a little bit in the summer.
God.
This summer?
We're still doing that shit?
Yeah.
Let's say, this is 1986.
Ça ira, ça ira, ça ira. Les aristocrates à la lanterne. Ça ira, ça ira, ça ira.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah, well, 100% forgot that the Olympics happened this year.
Me too. Fuck, man. Me too.
God,
shit.
Damn.
God, I completely forgot about that shit. It was late.
That was this year. Holy shit.
Fuck, man, this year was trash.
Bro, what the fuck?
Well, the only thing the Olympics...
Apparently the medals are like deteriorating also.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
They're all tarnishing shit, fucking gold-plated and shit.
Yeah, sums the year up perfectly.
God damn.
Well, what would be y'all's number one?
Fuck it. I'll go ahead and finish it off for me. Circle back around to TV. My favorite show, which I've seen the show twice this year. I loved it so much. Fargo season 5.
Don't fucking say anything. I'm on season 3. I'm trying to catch up.
Well, I mean, they're all different.
Oh, 100%.
Every story's
I know,
different.
but like,
no,
so they're like loosely in the same universe, right?
No, they're probably all in the same universe, just different time periods and shit. Man, fucking John Hamm. That's one of the best villains I've seen on television in a long time.
Really?
Like, everybody kills it, man. One of the most badass characters I've ever seen. She's a housewife. The most badass character you will ever fucking see on television. What's his name? Lamorne Morris?
Yeah.
Won an Emmy for his shit. One of the like best characters as far as like nice guy characters, lovable characters that you'll see. Fucking fall in love with that dude on here. And it's just old boy from Stranger Things.
Oh, really?
Joe Keery. I didn't know it was him until episode 3.
Which one's Joe Keery?
Steve. King Steve.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he's in this. He plays John Hamm's son. And like, you don't know it's him till like episode 3. And he just plays like a completely different asshole fucking deputy. And it's just like, it's so great because season 4 you might have a hard time. Season 4 is the one that kind of got.
Season 4 is
with Chris Rock.
Okay, all right.
That one, to me, that one fell off a little bit.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And but like this
starts off so strong too.
Dude, it's like every episode is a season finale, and I've never seen a show like that. From the moment it starts to the moment that shit ends. Really, the slowest part is probably the last episode, which is an epilogue. 5? Yeah. Whoa. Every fucking episode. You will not stop watching it.
Holy shit.
That shit just all gas, zero breaks. And I'm like, and it's a great, simple story of like, it's a story we've seen a million times. Like, a wife of someone else leaves, has a whole new life, husband finds her. That's the gist of the story. And they take that shit to the max and they utilize it in each and every way. And they even have like an Anton Chigurh type character who's Swedish. And he's fucking amazing. Just a force of nature. It's like, don't fuck with this dude. And they keep doing it and they keep regretting it. And he speaks in like the third person of like, a man knows his place. And like everything's a parable. And it's just, he's amazing, man. And he's so unpredictable. And it's just so much shit happening. And so many great character arcs and character developments that you hate a fucking character at first. And then shit happens. By the end, you're like, I either love this character or they weren't so bad. Like some Jamie Lannister type shit. It's amazing. Like some of the best television.
It's not a great, but I get what
the arc of it.
No, I know, yeah.
No, they ended it fucked up. They fucked that whole thing up. You had a great character arc there, and they completely destroyed it like they destroyed everything.
I don't know how they fucking
that show.
that part up.
They deserve to get fired from Star Wars. And that's saying a lot.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But like, no, man, this show, I might watch it again. It hits, man.
Damn.
It's if I were your honest guy, you can just skip to that one and circle around and come back to the rest.
Damn.
I can't recommend a show more, or at least a season more. I love the whole show, but like that season hits, man. It's great TV.
Wow. Interesting.
High praise.
I will say, and it sucks because you can't skip it, but Cobra Kai actually came around this season.
Did it really?
Yeah, it came around.
I jumped off last. I didn't even see last season.
It was really bad last season.
They got a movie coming up, and I'm just with Jackie Chan, so they're linking that shit up. It's wild.
It was really bad.
I heard it was good. I heard it ends on a good note, and so I need to go back and watch.
So the series is over?
They got one more.
Oh, it's one more after this one?
Yeah.
Just end it, man. Let it go.
I don't know. Netflix is.
They're international now. Like, what more can you do?
It's the same thing. It's the same plot line.
Same shit over and over again. All right, Netflix will never let shit go.
No, they usually kill things too early. No,
no, they kill good things too early, and they keep bullshit around. Emily in Paris is getting another season.
That's the one with 12, right? Or
No. That's Stranger Things. They can.
I know, but what?
Oh no.
That's not what Millie Bobby Brown. No. That she was Sherlock.
Yeah,
sister,
Enola.
right?
Enola Holmes.
No, Enola Holmes.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. Yeah,
that's her shit. Yeah, she does a lot of shit with Netflix. But yeah, they need to. Look, Stranger Things. I love it. One of my favorite shows. Release that shit and let's end this.
Bro,
goddamn, these kids are 30 now.
Dog, for real, man.
Like fuck, man. She's married. Like what the fuck? Come on.
No, what's gonna end up happening is she's gonna get pregnant and they're gonna have to do like a whole Superman remove his beard kind of thing with his belly and shit. Yeah, no, I'm
like they should have filmed that shit last year. They're still filming.
They should have filmed that shit when
COVID ended.
Came.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, that would have been smarter. Yeah, film that shit back to back.
I don't know if I'm gonna watch next.
I'm gonna watch just to end it, but I don't. If they do some Umbrella Academy shit, I'm canceling my Netflix. I've never seen even worse than Game of Thrones. I've never seen a show fuck up an ending the way Umbrella Academy fucked up an ending. Another dishonorable mention of the year. Yeah, that was a travesty, dude. Like you might as well have just not done a season. Just end it after. What was it 3?
Yeah,
end it after 3. Just don't come back.
Well, the thing is, I think most of the seasons end in a way where it's just like you can stop here.
You can stop here. Yeah, most seasons are ended in that way. Just leave. They don't give a lot of shows like cliffhangers. Like, yeah, you can do that because you'll be back next season. No one knows they'll be back next season. So I don't know. Yeah, that was garbage, man. That show needs to be forgotten. Isn't it crazy how just a bad ending can fuck an entire
100%
series up?
Yeah,
that's the funny thing is I kind of wanted to rewatch Umbrella Academy as it was going, and then I was like, no,
it's no point.
No,
yeah, it's 0 point. But yeah, that's all I
got. For me, I think top things for 24. It's a combination of things on YouTube and shows. I mean, I started up 24, getting really into it and following, and I'm on their Patreon now for. I've mentioned them before on here, but Not That Serious Podcast. Those guys are fucking legit. They're hilarious. I'm kind of befriending Mike right now. We're exchanging information, and I've already sent them a couple of care packages of whiskey, and there's now a business partnership that we're going to try to discuss a little bit. But these guys are fucking the shit. I started up the new year following them. Got on their Patreon, and it's just like every fucking time they're dropping something, it's gold. They're fucking great. And then seeing their growth too. They just got a whole studio now. It's fucking really cool to see them honestly just blowing up. And then going into media, the end of the year, I mean just the end of Yellowstone. That was the way it ended, I think, was one of the best ways that you could just end a show. And even though they had opened up new kind of stories within the season, they closed them out and rounded them out like perfectly. And I was really interested. I don't know why. I won't say anything just because I don't want to spoil it. It's still pretty recent. I don't know why a certain person didn't return for the show, but the way they like wrote it into like the whole story
it's always
of it.
hard to do, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, man, they
made it a plot point.
Yeah, they made it a plot point. They worked it out
smart.
really well, and I think I'll say it because Peaky Blinders did it also really well. But it was like essentially what happened with like Peaky Blinders, where now thankfully the actor didn't pass away in real life for Yellowstone, but the actress for who was the mother in Peaky Blinders, she passed away before they were able to finish. And so they wrote that into the story really well, I thought. And so they essentially did the same thing, even though the person in question didn't actually pass away in real life, but they did it with the show for Yellowstone. And what could have been like open loopholes, they close out really well. And I had one of my favorite characters for Yellowstone was Mo, the Native American. I don't know what his position is, but he's like essentially head of security for the head chief, and he gets one of the characters to go and like go after the person who did this thing, and the character pops the dude with his gun, threatens his family, dips out, and he goes back to Mo, and Mo's like, "Did you count coup?" And if you're in the circles or understand the history of like indigenous like practices, counting coup was the way you like went to war. You didn't initially like go out to kill people in war. You went and it was glorified essentially like tag. You hit them with your coup stick and you counted coup, and that was like taking a piece of their soul. And so when this character comes back to Mo, he's like, "Did you count coup?" And he says, "Yeah." And he says, "Good, now you have a piece of his soul. He will never forget that." And it's like, oh,
I love that.
Like, man. And then the way it rounds out, it's just like, yeah, it's a whole kind of just like spiritual kind of ending for the show and the story. And it's the most recent, like real intense piece of media that I kind of just couldn't let go. And yeah.
Nice. Every show needs to end in 5 seasons. I don't see.
Bro, yeah. Well, and then Yellowstone was a victim of COVID. Like, it was a victim of COVID. I honestly thought, and I think there was like rumor of it getting canceled for a little bit.
It was, yeah.
And then it took them like
rallied,
yeah, 2.5 years to do the next season, which was crazy. And they wrote in kind of like the gap and how they like and why they did the gap with I mean, it's so far out now, it's not totally a spoiler, but Costner's character had gotten shot, and they wrote it in now, I guess, 3 years ago that he was in a coma for 2 years or something. So, yeah, it's just crazy. But, yeah, a lot of really fun, low-key media. And then...
Well, I'm about to start Yellowstone, I think. And then there's still an option, like... With upcoming media, that could be its own different show. I just clicked on the HBO trailer.
Do not recommend Dune. The show is not good.
I haven't watched the show.
It ain't bad, but it's like it reminds me of kind of a Lord of the Rings show. I'm
watching Creature Commandos.
I heard that was good.
It's really good. Saw a commercial for Peacemaker.
Oh, it's coming back.
Yeah,
good shit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
and commercial for Righteous Gemstones.
That's coming back too?
Yeah.
Fuck yes. That's my like fucking one of my favorite fucking shows. Have you tried that one?
Don't know.
Oh my God, you need to do that. You will love that. I've never seen a show combine like a thriller and comedy so well. Perfectly well. To where, like, no, you will laugh your fucking ass off, and it will be some intense moments like, oh my God, what the fuck, man? It's good shit. I fucking love Gems. I didn't know the trailer was out for the new season yet. I need to find that.
Wait a second.
Mr. Baby Billy, Judy makes a great point. It could be great exposure.
I'm sorry. Somebody trying to talk to me while I'm working?
Oh, man. I love that dude.
Boy, kills it. Uncle Baby Billy. That's his name. I think that's probably his best role, man. He's so good.
It's so hard to pick because I think that dude's become.
Fuck, I forgot the ghoul in fucking Fallout. Yeah, he's great in that.
That dude has become.
My
is he
God,
in the
that came out this year too? Holy
Yeah.
shit,
That was
bro.
great. Yeah, forgot about that.
That was actually a really fun show
That's a great
too.
show. I loved it,
I think the people shitting on it also are a little too like tight ass, but at the same time didn't get the memo that this is also 100 years after the most recent game.
Yeah.
So which I also didn't.
And it still
know.
fits in the lore. Like it fits everything. Like they really.
I feel like everything can fit in the lore. Like, bro,
fits
like
in that lore. Yeah, it's
What are we
really
doing?
easy to
Anyways.
do that. But hot man, Righteous Gemstones, highly recommend that one.
damn. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna end this on what I kind of didn't expect to be the most inspirational part of a random interview. I watched a lot of podcasts. I think he's on Kai Cenat's podcast, and it's actually by John Cena, of all people.
I was put on earth to be a wrestler. And then I started doing a little bit of acting, and I'm like, well, no, it's easy. I'm a storyteller. No, I'm a human being, breathing air like everybody else. And I'm significantly insignificant. I'm a grain of sand on a beach in a pale blue dot out in the middle of nowhere. I just want to be useful. Life to me is a gift. And dude, I understand I have been given lottery ticket after lottery ticket after lottery ticket. I am lucky. I understand my luck, and I try to live each day grateful for the luck. So when the sun goes down, I look at what I did for the day, even if it's relax. Did I earn the sunset? Some days I don't, and I motivate myself to try to do it again, but most days I do. And that's my sense of purpose. So now I have what makes me happy, and I can chase those things. And that's what makes the ride super fun, man.
I just thought that was like a really cool thing because he's actually just on Kai Cenat's. He was goofing off that entire podcast.
It's hilarious, man.
Yeah.
He's a great guy.
I don't know if you saw Ricky Stenicki.
I did see Ricky Stenicki. It's
good.
That movie is terrible until he shows up.
It's good because he makes it good. Zac Efron cannot carry it.
And it's like 20 minutes till he shows up, so it's pretty bad for 20 minutes. But once he shows up,
sky's the limit. Yeah, it really works.
Wow.
I think the only thing I saw him in that was really bad that he couldn't even save was the one with Aquafina.
Oh, like lottery
winner or something
like that. Yeah, no. That was an Amazon movie. Those are all pretty bad.
Well, Ricky Stenicki is an Amazon movie.
It ain't great. But this is probably one of the best. It's just because he helps that one out quite a bit. So it's Red One. That was supposed to initially just be an Amazon movie, and they thought it would make money, and they were wrong.